Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Happy Monday. I'm so excited about this live. Who knew the date from hell was the closure that we all needed? Who knew the date from hell would be the closure we all needed this season with Love Island Season 7 finale? Who would have thought? So I told the Huda rats, the rug rats, the hood rats, I tried to tell them, I was like, listen, do that girl a favor. If you really support her, you would vote her off the show. Why? So then she wouldn't have to continue embarrassing herself on national television. It just would have been best for her to just go home. But no, they tried to force it. And she was so, honestly, y'all, I would hide if I were her. I wouldn't want to do press. I wouldn't want to do anything because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I would really need time to recover. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Because people are trying to make it seem like we're calling her a racial slur when we say hoodarettes. And on this platform, it's black slang. It's as old as time. We say things like hood rats. This is like a woman that's like unkept, emotionally unstable, reckless, not responsible. That's what a hood rat is in our community and our culture. But to be fair, I mean, rugrats, they were irresponsible. So it's the same thing to me. It's not racial at all. I don't know why people are trying to spin it in that way. So hood rats on this channel came from hood rats. Look it up in your Urban Dictionary, okay? So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into this breakdown. This breakdown is insane, y'all. So much to talk about. We finally got our Nicolandria dream come true last night. I can't wait to get my shirt. I bought merch. I will be buying more merch because you know what I'm supporting when it comes to Nicolandria? Slow burner connections. Can we bring them back? Can we bring back the slow burners? So I'm supporting it. Let's make that a trend. How about that? I am so here for that. So I'm going to start off with people had a major issue with how Chris decided to handle the situation with Huda. A lot of women are projecting their past trauma on Chris and how he chose to handle the situation. I felt like, considering the person in which he was dealing with, which is a crazy, okay? She's crazy. I felt like he did a fabulous job. He kept his cool. He didn't overextend himself to a point of people pleasing. He stood up for himself. He demanded self-respect and respect from the other individual. Honestly, he did a really good job. People want him to be this perfect victim. And it's so strange to me because for the last few weeks, I've had to hear women on social media complain, and I agree with you 1,000%, but constantly complain about how people are pointing out that Cassie isn't a perfect victim, Jane Doe wasn't the perfect victim, but those two women were emotionally abused, wouldn't you say? Chris was also emotionally abused. So you're wanting to judge this man because he reacted to the emotional abuse. This is the same group of women that were screaming from the mountaintops. Oh, I'm not judging Halle Bailey for those crazy texts because it just seems like it's reactive abuse. I have said this and I will say it again. When you are in a toxic relationship, it brings out the worst in you. Why would it bring out the best? It's not going to bring out the best. I don't know why that expectation is there for people. If the relationship truly is toxic, it's going to bring out the absolute worst in you, which is why you should pull a Chris or Jeremiah and end the cycle, in the connection, because it's only going to turn you into someone that you're not going to be proud of. So a lot of women are wanting to say this, and I'm the reason I'm pointing this out is because if you want to be a respected woman, if you want to be respected in this world as a woman, because it just seems like whether it's man or woman, everyone wants respect, but they don't know how to get it. Be consistent in your beliefs. Be consistent when it comes to your principles. Be consistent when it comes to what you consider to be right and wrong. Because when you're inconsistent, you don't give anything for people to respect. And there's a lot of that going on. So when it comes to my platform, I'm just like, well, if we were to reverse the roles and Chris was in the position of a woman and Huda was in the position of a man, it would be the same thing for me. Same thing. Emotional abuse, and the woman is reacting to the emotional abuse. It's literally the same thing. So I don't understand why women don't want to stay consistent in the things that they say. Do you believe in the things that you say? Because if you believe in the things that you say, then you will be consistent in it and people will respect you for it. And that is why when it comes to this whole discourse on social media, yeah, there are women like myself that are looking at other women sideways, like, girl, what the hell? Because if you, and this is why you need to be consistent, because when you're not consistent, it comes back to bite you in the ass. So a lot of people are wanting to defend Huda, which is very strange to me. But let's not forget, she didn't just abuse. She did not just abuse Chris. She abused who else? Shelly, Olandria. Do you not recall? They were labeled mean girls this season. This is why you have to stay consistent in your belief, because you could be harming another woman unknowingly because you're wanting to give passes that don't make any sense. You're wanting to give passes, but let's not forget who she abused before she got to Chris. It was Shelly and Olandria. So I already saw women try to push that narrative on social media to automatically defend the woman against the man. And it made no sense because you forgot who she abused before she even got to Chris. Let's not also forget when it came to Jeremiah, whenever she feels a sense of rejection, what does she do? She crashes out. She plays the victim. She manipulates the story around her. She gaslights. She gets flying monkeys on her side. Amaya, Brian. I could go on and on and on and on. He handled it the best way he could. And honestly, everyone on social media keeps talking about narcissist, 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 but it's very weird when you can't pick out a crazy. It makes me wonder, have you ever dealt with a Huda? Have you ever dealt with a crazy? Because the way social media throws around narcissist, 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 okay, well, you should be able to spot the toxicity in her. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be hard at all. It's plain as day. It's crazy. So even if she's not, you don't think she's narcissistic, well, she's toxic. She's very toxic. Seriously, she is an abuser. That is what she is. And then come to find out, look what I found. Minding my business in that Facebook group. Let me show you. And I believe this is her sister. I forgot to send this to me. Let me bring it up. This is her sister? Because it looks like this type of behavior runs in the family. I cannot make it up. A woman kicked air marshal, threatened to stab everyone on United flight, and she was in Fed custody. This is her sister that was on the show. What is the internet defending? I just don't understand. What are y'all defending? Yeah, I know, right? I was minding my business. I was minding my business. Yeah. Let's move on. Yeah. There's you got to know when there's nothing to defend. Okay? Only hold the person accountable. There's nothing to defend. So, I was shocked. Like when I tell you I was in that Facebook group, gagged. Woo. Okay. So let's just get into Chris. They got on my nerves. So let's see. Okay, so the whole issue was this whole affection, public affection was their biggest issue. They could never get on the same page. At some point, and it was almost like they were saying the same thing, but from different perspectives. So Chris wanted affection basically, but he wanted more than just bedroom action. He wanted public affection. Then it somehow turned into Huda not getting enough affection. So it's like they're both saying the same thing. What a lot of women missed when it came to Chris, he doesn't feel the urge to give her that public affection naturally because of the things that she does. Like it turns him off. So it's like she wants this man to jump her bones and be obsessed and be all over her and basically be in his skin, her skin. And she does things where she's very disrespectful and she emasculates men. And so because she emasculates men, why would they want to be like all cuddled up with you and showing you affection and being like all over you? If anything, it's like you're turning them off from wanting to do that because they don't feel respected. And that's something that she consistently did. And it was just a major turnoff. So
I put myself first when I came here.
Meeting you and this growing so much, like, was very unexpected and surprised.
Everything happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. I'm so thankful that we met each other.
Me too.
It's for a reason.
Now listen, the reason why I wanted to show you this, do you see how he's touching her arm and her shoulder? The woman is unwell. Do you see how he is? Do you see that? Do you see it? All I'm hearing is Tyrese's voice. What do you want from me? I mean, my goodness, what? I mean, so like I was really thrown off. Like, okay, so I'm not understanding. So let me continue. Shayla.
It's for a reason. And just today, like in general, like with our families, just like I'm having.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
So, okay. And listen, Chris is not innocent. I don't know how many times I have to say it. He's not innocent. All right? He's not. But just like Cassie and Jane Doe wasn't innocent, it doesn't take away from the fact that they were emotionally abused and mentally abused. Okay? However, when it comes to this situation with Chris, he's trying to get on the same page with this woman. So if you listen to this conversation, he's getting affirmed that everything went so well. Okay? Meeting you and growing so much, it was so unexpected and I was surprised. Everything happened for a reason. I'm so thankful that we met each other. And it just seems like, okay, we're on the same page. What a lot of women fail to realize, as crazy as this sounds, Chris still wanted to work things out with her. That's the part that a lot of women are missing. And I'm just like, he wasn't trying to leave that girl alone. Jeremiah wasn't even trying to leave that girl alone. And so Chris was confused because he's like, okay, we had this great family day. You told my family and everything that we have a really strong connection. And then you're still confused about us? Like you're not confident about us? So it's been like this inconsistent pattern with her. Like, okay, you're sleeping with me, but you're not kissing me in public. Then you are telling me that we have a strong connection, but then like you're not confident in the connection. It's like this back and forth confusion with her. So he's like always confused, like, okay, what's next? So then they go to sleep that night, which this was so weird to me. This was so weird to me.
Maybe 3 seconds. I'm done. 3, 2.
Why is she counting down? This is, ladies, what is going on? Why is this woman counting down in bed, talking to this man like he's a toddler? Not only that, she's not respecting the fact that he did not give consent to her. Like, how about we switch the roles again? I feel like I have to do this for women to really understand. Let me switch the roles, okay? Say Huda was the man in the situation and say Chris was the woman in the situation. This is controlling. This is weird. And when someone, an abuser, when an abuser, abusers, I'll just say this, abusers don't respect consent because they are all about control. So they're not going to respect your boundaries at all. He said, hey, I'm tired. I don't want to be exhausted tomorrow all day. I just want to sleep. And that's a boundary that he set with her. A good boundary at that. Because according to the Islanders, they spend a lot of hours just recording. So it's a decent boundary. It's not even like a ridiculous boundary. It's not like her boundary where it don't make sense. His boundary actually makes sense. And so she starts counting down like he's a 5-year-old.
Maybe 3 seconds. I'm done. 3, 2. Oh my God. This is so
And then threatening to give him the stonewall, which is narcissistic, by the way. Threatening to be a stonewall tomorrow if he doesn't roll over and cuddle her. And this is what women are defending? Baby, this is not the hill I want to die on. Absolutely not. I could think of 1,000 hills I could die on, and it ain't this one. Absolutely not. You're gonna stonewall me because I won't give. I'm not open to giving you consent when it comes to cuddling. The hell is wrong with this girl? Ooh, girl. So she rolls over upset. Then a lot of women, because I gotta go through it all. Because I've been seeing so much from women where I'm just like, y'all don't make no sense to me. Okay. This here, okay. I don't think Chris knows that she had a nose job less than a year ago. If you had a nose job less than a year ago, why are you participating in a pillow fight? That is a choice that you're making, right? And so they're all play fighting, horse playing, whatever the case may be. They're laughing. Everyone is having a good time. So he threw the pillow hard at her. If you've ever horse played with men, which I don't advise, because sometimes it gets out of hand to the point where they do actually hurt you, but it wasn't intentional. I could understand if he intentionally was trying to hurt her. He wasn't intentionally trying to hurt her. He just threw it too hard. So he hits her, right? And I don't think he realized in the moment, like how hard he threw it. I don't think he realized that it really did hurt her. But see, the issue with Huda is that she plays the victim so much. She plays the victim so much, like she's always hurt. Something's always wrong. So you never know when to take her serious and when not to take her serious. So Chris is just thinking like, oh my God, here she go again, like being just obnoxious or just overly ridiculous and sensitive for no reason, because this is her form, this is her way of getting attention. So he's just thinking, oh, here she go again, pulling the victim card so she can get attention, not really understanding like, okay, you really did throw the pillow hard as hell and hit her in the face.
Chris, you hit me in the nose, bro.
Oh, shit.
The way women are trying to make it seem like he took that pillow and threw it at her face and was trying to abuse her is insane. Yeah. Did we watch the same clip? Then they were like, oh, he didn't even apologize to her. He did. Did you miss the part where he apologized? Let's get to the part where he actually apologized. Okay. And then this, look, you know what this remind me of? Y'all remember Cassie when she was in that hotel room and she was hiding under the covers from Diddy? Yeah. He didn't want to have to deal with her. He did not want to have to deal with her emotionally because he already knew she was gonna if it was bad or if it wasn't bad, he already knew it was bad for him. Like it didn't matter. Even if it was innocent, it was just playful. He already knew it was going to be his ass. So he's like, damn.
Look what I have to wear on my face.
Let me just leave that there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The girls missed it. I'm like, how did y'all miss the man apologizing? I guess like y'all wanted him to run after her. And it's just like, you got to understand though, when someone is emotionally abusing someone, and especially when they're doing it with the angle of being the victim, they don't know when to take the person serious or not. So then she comes to bed, obviously, with this bandage on her nose. So of course he feels bad because he's like, damn, I didn't mean to do that. But no, he did apologize. But I guess y'all wanted him to run after her and da da da. And I'm just like, she's always like, do you not understand that she's the drama? So it's like if you're always the drama, after a while, people are just gonna start rolling their eyes at you. They're like, here she go again. So I mean, what did y'all expect for this man to do? And then like who I don't know the whole like nose procedure thing, but it's like, is that normal for you to go and like put that back on your nose after you had the nose surgery? Because it kind of reminds me of those girls that went to the hospital and like they keep, y'all know what I'm about to say. They keep the bracelet on their wrist for like a few days to get some extra attention. I'm just saying, it's giving that. Have you ever dealt with those type of people? So I'm like, is this normal? You never know with Huda. Is it normal? Is this normal for her to put this back on her nose? That's what I want to know. Listen, my face has to be over the front of it. If you haven't realized by now, it has to be over the front for copyright. If you want to go watch the show, then go to Peacock and watch the show. But no, seriously. Seriously, I'm really asking because I really don't know. I'm like, do they? I mean, of course I've seen like healing can take months, but she's been out of her bandages when it comes to her nose for quite some time. That's why I'm confused. You don't need it. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like this woman is a master manipulator. I don't know what else to say other than that. That's why I'm like, is it? Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about where they be wearing the hospital bracelet for days. I'm for real. So that's why I was like, is that what she's doing? That's why it's so bad. Like you really don't know when to take her serious and when not to. It's kind of scary. Okay, let's continue. Is it this one? Oh no, no, no. That was awkward though. We're gonna have to come back to that one. Okay. There was another situation where he had a conversation with Brian. And this is when I was like, oh my God, Amaya is an enabler. A big one too. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Chris talks about the countdown with Brian.
The rocks, today is high stakes, or as Chris calls them, stakes. The man is 6'8".
Shannon, bro, I gotta talk to you about this other shit, bro.
I know you wanted to talk about
My
something.
whole energy today is just off.
Yeah, I noticed, bro.
Fam. Last night, bro, she was trying to.
This is, you know what's so crazy about this though? They couldn't even fake it for like the last few days. Like, that's when you know it's toxic. That's when you know. That's when you know it's really toxic. Cause like it's like them couples that go on vacation and it's like y'all can argue when y'all get back home. Why y'all gotta argue here? You on vacation. What you arguing on vacation for? You can't argue when you get back home. I'm one of them type people. Listen, we can argue when we get back home, but we on vacation. You know what's ruin my experience? The hell? But he couldn't even fake it for a few days just to be like somewhat cordial with her. That's how difficult she is.
You know, be all touchy and shit. I'm like, well, I'm going to sleep. And you know what her first reaction was? You got 3 seconds. 3, 2,
Like a mom.
Like,
My dad
I'm
used to
like,
do that shit.
shorty. And
He done called her shorty. Listen, another thing. Didn't he say the same thing? You like to be dominant. You like to be dominant. You know what's crazy? Not one man has said something different about this woman. This one woman. She has terrorized everybody that she comes into contact with. And I know the producers have stories. Oh, I know the camera crew have stories. I know they got stories. I know it ain't just the islanders that got stories. Hell, they say they have a therapist on a site. I know the therapist got stories, but she can't share them stories with us. So it's just crazy.
I'm very big on like picking your battles, bro. I'm not going there with you. I'm choosing sleep every time. And so I didn't talk to her for the rest of the night. She just kept poking me. I'm like, bro,
Just poking at you?
Just poking.
That would have ruined my night.
I shouldn't have to argue about me wanting to go to sleep. Oh, shit, honey.
Yeah, bro. That's a lot to do it.
Like a little koala.
That's crazy. And then another thing too, Brian was exposed in this scene, by the way. Did you catch it? Did any of the girlies catch it out there? Did you catch it? Did you catch how Brian exposed himself with this scene? Because he told Chris to keep trying. And I'm like, so is that what you're doing with Amaya? And another thing, Amaya and Huda are polar opposites, but they're very similar. Anybody else catching that? Unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion. The difference is Okay, Amaya, right? She doesn't feel like she should change anything about herself, right? Even though Brian has not done shit for her at all. He has not done anything. I don't even think this man made her any breakfast or anything. And he doesn't do anything really for her. So she chases. Huda chases, but they chase in different ways. But they both throw their bodies at men though, for them to catch it. Because then they feel like they can like kind of get some type of control over the guy and like make him like obsessed with them. They're very similar. But the difference though, Amaya doesn't intentionally hurt people when it comes to this mindset and thought process. Huda does. Like Huda intentionally hurts people. And the reason she does it is because she doesn't care to hurt people if she benefits, because she's selfish and she's very self-centered in that way. However, Amaya does care. Like if you actually vocalize to her, oh, you hurt me in this way, like she will make the adjustments and she'll make the changes. But with Huda, she can't see outside of herself to be able to make those adjustments or even want to be honest, because she's not only is she dominant, but she's very selfish. So Amaya and Huda, I see how they kind of like gravitated towards each other, but they're opposites. So like Amaya is daytime and Huda is nightfall. Amaya is, if we were to label her like weather, right? She would be the nice type of weather, like a windy day, but it's a really nice breeze, right? And you know, when it's a windy day and it's a really nice breeze, damage can happen, but it's not on purpose. It's just a windy day. But with her, she coming in like a storm. I'm talking a hurricane. She coming in to destroy. You get what I'm saying? They're opposites, but they're also very similar. They're just opposite. That's it. So Amaya is whimsical. She'll come in like a strong wind, and Huda is like a hurricane. She will come in to destroy anything in her path. That's literally the difference. And so I started peeping that. And so Brian, okay, I felt like in this moment when Chris was opening up to him, I'm like, so you're trying, but you're only trying because you feel like you're going to get something out of it. And the getting out of it is, well, A, you still get to sleep with her, but you also get to ride her coattail as well. So he intentionally told her, it was just the type of advice that Brian gave. Like he always gives me slide, like snake, like slither energy. I don't know. It's just something about him that I really don't trust. And it's because he's not genuine. He's not putting his true, genuine self forward. Like he's just playing like this act. He's playing this role. And we really don't get to, I mean, honestly, we really don't know much about Brian. We don't know much about him because he doesn't really open up or really express himself to where we know enough about him to even comment. So he's very he's phony to me. I don't know. It's just something about him that just, I don't know. We don't know nothing about that man, which is crazy. And then I'll get into it later. Okay, so they have that talk. Then Amaya and Huda also talk after Chris and Brian talk.
I need your advice. Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is what is wrong with sisterhood. This is what is wrong with girls girl. Now listen, I have to be fair. Right? Sometimes we as women play the enabler unknowingly because they're not giving us the full story. And Huda does this thing, and this is why like people can't spot that she lies a lot, but she lies a lot because when she has a way of distorting the truth. So when she went to talk to Amaya played as an enabler, but to be fair, she didn't really know the full situation with Chris and why they weren't really seeing eye to eye. Like for whatever reason, Huda failed to mention how she was doing the whole countdown, and let's just get into it.
So there's like a lot of things I feel like I just keep to myself about him that I'm like not expressing because.
And I just want to say this. When you leave parts out of a story, that is a lie. And this is what I be saying. Like, people be like, oh, I'm confident in who I am. I'm confident. Well, why can't you tell the whole story? Why you got to leave parts out of the story? And that shows me that you don't love yourself. That's self-hatred. When you can't live in your truth and be unapologetic, you don't love yourself. You are aware that that is a form of self-hate. You are aware. You are. Because what shame do you have to carry if you tell the truth? What is the shame that you have to carry if you tell them all the details? Why do you have to leave out certain details? Something in you is telling you to do that because you know how it makes you look. So you feel the need to leave out key details because deep down, you don't even like yourself, but you expect for other people to like you. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can tell that when it comes to Huda, some of you have never dealt with a crazy like this. They're crazy like this. Deep down, they do not like themselves, which is why they leave important details out of the story to make themselves look better than what they really are. That is a form of self-hatred. There is a level of shame that comes with that too, that they have to carry. Because in the back of their mind, there's like this guilt that triggers them. So they lie a lot. They lie a lot. And the only way you'll really catch them in a lie, like, you have to like air it out. Like, you can't be the type where you are handling like issues with them in isolation, because that's another thing. They'll try to isolate you so that you won't have access to this person and this person based off of the different stories that they told these different people. And so because of that, they keep you isolated so that you don't talk to this person or this person or this person. So it's believable to me that what Andreina said with the postcard challenge with Elite Daily, when all the cast members aired her ass out, oh, there was a lot revealed. And it's interesting because Andreina was like, oh, it was the lies that she told. Hmm. So the way that you deal with crazies like this, you have to call up individually, one by one, each person that you think they done told a lie to, because they create drama and chaos wherever they go, and try to get the truth of the story. So it's like putting different pieces of the story together. You get different stuff from different people, and then you really don't even know what's true, because to be honest, I'm gonna tell you not to trust anybody in the situation, to trust yourself the most, because you really don't know. You don't know if they're going to be loyal to this crazy who creates flying monkeys. So the only person that you can really trust in the situation when it comes to a crazy like this is your goddamn self. That's it. That's it. It's yourself. Because another thing too is Amaya automatically takes her side. And it's so interesting that they go around and they tell all of these different versions of the story, and how people just blindly take their side. It's very interesting to me. It's so interesting. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the super chat. That is so true.
When I've expressed things to him, he got defensive. I like when a man's just like on me all the time. And just like in bed is immediately. He doesn't do that? I have to grab his arm and like put him on me.
When was the last time you brought it up to him?
Last night?
And he didn't fix it.
Girl, that's not effective communication. And that's another, see, that's not effective communication, bringing it up at night when the other person is asleep and is not wanting to talk to you. That man was half asleep. Why would you try? That's what I'm saying. Like, girl, you really think that was appropriate? You really think that was the mature thing to do, is to bring it up when that man is sleeping? And then that wasn't effective communication. It was, I didn't get my way. That's all it is. I didn't get my way. And so now I'm running to you so that you can enable my bullshit. That's not effective communication. It would have like that. Oh, girl. It would have been better if she would have had a conversation when she woke up in the morning But you're telling me that's the communication that y'all had between each other when it comes to how he's not affectionate with you, and it really just comes down to the fact that you didn't get your way?
He turned away. I felt cold. He's telling me that he is really physical. I'm like, where's the physicality? There's times I'm like, I'm tired as fuck, and I feel like I'm carrying the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Either like he fixes it in here and shows me that, or like we're gonna have to figure that out later, and it's not gonna work.
But what would you do?
Listen, if this is your first time viewing this, please go back to my 3 previous reviews where I called out Chris day 1 about how he manipulated her in the speakeasy. I've already went over that. I've already went over that. First of all, I've already said this. He had no business sleeping with an emotionally unstable woman. Okay? I don't know how many times I have to say it. He manipulated her in the speakeasy. When she was manipulating him, he was also manipulating her. I have said so many times that they mirror each other in different ways. I see how they attracted each other. However, I don't see Chris as an emotional abuser. I just don't. A manipulator, yeah. Yeah. A child can manipulate you just to get a snack or some candy. But when it comes to being abusive, I'm not seeing abusive. Toxic as hell, yes. Abusive, no. And there were times where I was waiting to see the abuse. I really was. But I just didn't. I didn't. He has his ways and he needs to fix himself. So I don't know how many times I have to say it. In the speakeasy, when she was sitting in his lap, manipulating him, playing the victim, yeah. And then he was manipulating her back by being an enabler, and it blew up in his face. Okay. So I don't know how many times I have to say that. I'm just not focused on him right now. I'm just not focused on him right now. Because to be honest, his position with her, a lot of people experience with friends, hell, a mother, a sister, a cousin, it, a boss, a coworker, a manager. We have Hudas that we deal with out here in the community. So yeah, I'm putting more fixation on her in this review. Yeah. But in my previous reviews, I caught it at the very beginning in the speakeasy. So you go back and watch that. Okay. Go back and watch that. Go back.
Situation, bro. Like dead ass.
On some real shit. Like if I was in your shoes,
Yes.
I'd try.
Sir, you are in his shoes. Why? I just hope the girls caught that. You are in her shoes. So and it's clear, and the reason why, so I have to actually break this down because I'm just like, some of you are just not going to get it. The reason why it's a major red flag is because it's very clear that Chris does not like Huda. It's clear as day that he does not like her. And so Brian knows that, and the advice that he's giving is, if I were in your shoes, I'd try. And keep in mind, Chris hasn't really initiated anything with her. Keep in mind, Brian hasn't really initiated anything with Amaya. So, major red flag. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a major red flag.
Why not? You have a date coming up, what happens if it ends up being fucking a great date and you already fucking shut it down in your head because she got you tight last night?
Crazy.
You gotta figure out. I'm gonna go on this date. I'm gonna really put my best foot forward. Okay. But if the same shit happens on the date, like, oh no, I'm not ready, I might crash out.
I can't believe people not catching Brian and his ways. It just makes me upset. Everybody want to talk about Chris. But I'm like, you're not talking about Brian? That's crazy. Okay, let me continue. And then this.
I feel a lot better after talking to Maya. I just feel validated and I'm not like overthinking it. And I definitely want to have a talk with Chris about it. I just want to make sure it's at the right time. But yeah, I'm dreading the conversation.
I told y'all this season of Love Island, this is my first season I've ever watched. We need to call it Lesson Island because honestly, there wasn't one innocent person on the show. You could learn a lot from everyone on the show. Everyone had some type of toxicity. And they were in isolation as well. So it's just like that toxicity is going to come out, especially when you're being triggered in isolation with strangers. I mean, that's what you can expect. Okay, so let's get into the date.
Tell me. And I would love if you would just tell me so that I know.
Okay. Well, for one, I think communication just when it comes to us not, I don't want to say not us liking something because we're getting to know each other, so we should point out what we do or do not like about a person. But
I think you should.
I know we had talked about you not feeling comfortable kissing in public or around friends. There was no respect on my end as far as like listening to what I was trying to say, and then
Why is it so hard for her to listen? I just don't understand. It's like no way you're waiting to respond and you really heard what this man said. You haven't even given yourself time to really process what he's saying. And then this is only like 20 seconds. He's only been talking for like less than 10 seconds. I could get if he was long-winded. He had been talking for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The man only talked for like 10 seconds within this scene. Just 10 seconds. That's it. He can't even get 10 seconds in when it comes to communication. And then the issue that they have in their relationship or connection is communication.
friends. There was no respect on my end as far as like listening to.
He does not feel respected in this connection with her.
What I was trying to say, and then also last night, I don't play with my sleep. And then for you to not really understand where I was coming from with that, and still try to be pushy, and then like catch your attitude about it after, kind of hit me a little bit, and you telling me.
I'm telling you, every time this man tries to talk for 10 seconds straight, she wants to interrupt. And then these be the type of women that be like, I deserve a real man. Girl, real man ain't dealing with that. He can't even talk for 10 seconds. 10? I'm just so he can make a complete sentence or finish a complete thought. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Oh, well, if you don't talk to me right now, then I'm not going to talk to you all day tomorrow. You got 3 seconds, and you count down 3, 2, 1.
I know you're awake, that's why.
But still,
Can I explain something to you?
But let me finish and you can. You doing that makes me feel like I'm a little kid, and I'm a grown-ass man.
Can I explain my thought process?
Absolutely, please.
So, yesterday we had a celebratory day.
I thought they were more friendly, fit, and feminine. I thought that they were more friendly, fit, and feminine. The internet tried to convince me they are more feminine, fit, and friendly. Where's the friendliness? Where's the feminine? Where's the feminine? Where is the feminine energy? Is the feminine energy in the room with us? Oh, it is. It is in the room with me. But is it in the room? Is it on the date with them? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. She trying to dominate the conversation. No. No. Absolutely not. This ain't even spicy. This is not even spicy. Okay? This is not at all. No seasoning was used for this at all. At all, at all, at all. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And then with her accent, she was in our kitchen. She was in our seasoning. She was in our cabinet, our pantry, looking for the Creole. Oh, come on now. Looking for the salt, the seasoned salt, Lowry seasoning. You know what I'm talking about? It's crazy. It's like, come on now.
On the floor, and in that moment, I was like, all right, I want to cuddle with you. And I'm just like, personally, I like when a man.
And then, like, their relationship is so childish to me. Am I the only one that feels like it's childish? Y'all can't even work out the whole affection thing, but y'all slept together. Y'all can't even work out stupid shit like affection and like all of that, but y'all slept together. Could you imagine having a child? And this is what I be saying. People be hopping in bed with people and you don't even know who they are. So could you imagine? Can you just picture this? She got pregnant, right? Oh my gosh. Do people not think that far ahead? Y'all need to start thinking that far ahead. Cause if y'all argue about this when you have a child, oh my gosh. This is nothing compared to if you had a child together.
Grabs me and it's just like, come here, and I'm having to pull your arms over me. I'm having to do, and it's like almost every night I do that, I wasn't trying to do anything.
And it's crazy how she doesn't think that she's doing anything wrong that would turn this man off from wanting to cuddle with her at night. She doesn't think that the lack of respect that he just said he's not receiving in this connection could be the reason why her needs are not getting met, because his needs are not being met. But she can't see that. She can't see that if she would just respect this man, that he would cuddle her.
D, but I wanted you to touch me. When you don't want to do it, it gives me a sense of rejection, which hurts.
And another thing that she has a bad habit of doing, the reason why Chris is looking at her like, are you fucking kidding me? Is because, did you even acknowledge anything that I just said? And this is how you know, this is where effective communication comes into play, right? You listen to what a person is saying. You reaffirm what they said, so then they know that you were coherent in what they said. And then you recalibrate. You recalibrate. And then you go over it one last time just in case maybe you're still not understanding, and then you're able to move forward. That's effective communication. But a lot of people think effective communication is just someone talking. No, it's you listening. You have to be an active listener. An active listener is going to be able to repeat what was said so that you can both reach an understanding. So he's looking at her like, I just told you what the issue is, and you're bringing up how you're not getting affection, but you refuse to acknowledge how I don't feel respected in this connection with you. And don't you think it would start there? Because respect is pretty basic. You're comparing respect to affection. Respect comes in friendship before anything physical. And see, they started this physical relationship, Chris. Yeah, you folded. You didn't even see if this woman respected you or not. That's your fault. You decided to get in bed with her before you really knew, does this woman really respect me as a man? She does not respect you as a man. But you slept with her though. So that's the thing. It's like men will sit up here and complain about these women, but you slept with her before you knew if she even had respect for you. Crazy. Crazy.
You reacting in a certain way that you did last night doesn't make me want to do that. Like my mama doesn't.
And see, because he doesn't feel heard, he doesn't care to hear her. You get what I'm saying? Because he doesn't feel heard. He doesn't even feel the need to address what she said. Because you didn't hear me when you know what I'm saying? Like this is where communication in relationship, this is where it goes to die. Because he's not listening because he doesn't feel heard. And I don't blame him. It's like an ego thing. It's like, why should I sit here and listen to you? You're not even listening to what I said. And what I said to me is a bigger issue than what you're talking about.
Talk to me like that. I'm not gonna let somebody I'm talking to talk to me like that. Like, what makes you think you can do that to a small man? Like,
I'm not saying it's right, but still.
Okay, but
We both do things that are wrong. Ignoring me is not the answer either.
And let me show you what gaslighting looks like. You ready?
do that to a small man. Like,
I'm not saying it's right, but still.
Okay, but
we both do things that are wrong.
She can never take self accountability. Self involves you only. Don't try to lessen the blow by saying both or us or we. No. Self. Self. That's why it's called self accountability. And this is why he rolled his eyes like, wow.
Ignoring me is not the answer either.
I'm not getting defensive. You're not even okay. See,
I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm not. I knew it, just me being a personality avoidant, an ex personality avoidant. When he picked up that champagne and he picked it up and he kept pouring and he kept pouring, I was like, oh, he done checked out again. He done checked out again. He done checked out already. He ain't listening to you. I knew when he reached for that champagne bottle, this conversation was over with.
This is why I pick my battles, because of reactions like this. There's the same repeat issue. I don't appreciate that. I haven't reacted that one time like how you.
I'm just signing right now because it's like
the hand on the
because I'm listening.
Okay. You see, I just don't appreciate some of the reactions that you get.
Yeah, I'm I just hope the men are learning that he got into this situation because he allowed what was between his legs to lead him into the situation, and it played him. 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 And you know what else? I don't think Chris is used to getting a woman like Huda. I don't think so. I don't think so. In the real world, I don't think so. Um, and you have to understand, like, I don't think Huda was really attracted to Chris. I think Huda was more attracted to Ace. I don't think Huda was really attracted to Chris. And the reason I'm saying that is because she likes the toxic type of guys, outwardly toxic. And see, the way Ace was acting, she probably assumed that he would be more like that. But then we found out that, oh, Ace is not really toxic because he doesn't like combative women. He doesn't like women that will like argue you down. And so it would never work with them. So I think the only reason why she went after Chris was because Chris was showing Shelly interest. And she was able to witness how Chris was treating Shelly. And so because of that, she was like, oh, maybe this would be my best bet to get with Chris. Because how he treated Shelly made her more attractive. And listen, Olandria girl, you need to watch your back with this girl. Because I saw what happened in the finale at the very end when they were all in the pool and they were kissing on each other and Huda was clinging to Nick and then she was clinging to Iris. Like something's not right with that. And so it just really confirmed that the only reason why she pursued Chris was because Shelly and Chris were at one point pursuing each other and she saw how Chris was treating Shelly. So she does that. I don't know what that's about. I really don't. And then it makes me question, like, has she ever dealt with one of her sister's boyfriends or one of her sister's crushes? Because she seemed like she would be the type of sister that would do some shit like that. Because I don't know, it's like she wants what other people like she wants what other women have. And she feels like she's entitled to get it, or it's like this competition, like, oh, let me see if I can get it. I can see her being like a homewrecker. I really can. That's why I'm like, Olandria, okay, girl, you need to get away from this girl. You do. You need to get away from that girl quick.
It's just like, I don't give a fuck. I've given you the reassurance of me wanting to do this on the outside world, but I'm not getting it from you, which makes me feel like I know where you're leaning towards. So, like I said, tell me what you want to do, and we can go about it the right way.
Moving forward in the said role, there's no more time in here to figure this out.
She set herself up with that one. Let me see. Okay, let me go to 2.
We're still getting to know each other.
Really?
And a lot of the things that we do need are the physical aspects.
No.
And then they're both delusional for me because I'm just like, what do y'all need to learn so bad when it comes to physical? It seemed like y'all too focused on that. Y'all need to focus on communication. I mean, it's like, don't y'all think y'all should focus on communication because y'all can't even get that down. They keep talking about the physical. I'm just like, I think y'all got that covered.
I'm not sure how we'll be able to work on that with long distance. I like you.
It's crazy. And you know what I think Chris wanted to hear? He wanted to hear, I understand that we're long distance, but I feel like, and I think if the conversation would have went the way Chris wanted it to go, because we live long distance, this will put our connection to the test and improve our communication in this connection and in this potential relationship. This could have worked, but because she's not getting her way, because she cannot manipulate this man, because she can't grip this man's manhood by his ball sack and be like, here, give me your manhood. I'm gonna hold it like this. Because she can't do that, this is just too much work for her. Because this could have worked. They could have came to the agreement that they needed to work on their communication, and that because they live long distance, it's going to encourage them to do so. It's going to force them to do so. And so we should start making that a priority when it comes to working on this connection. But that's not what happened. Because Huda didn't get her way, she was just like, oh, I want to be friends.
And like, I want to continue to explore you and get to know you. But at the same time, I'm scared that I'm going to do that and I'm going to be disappointed.
Well, then that just sounds like you're not really confident in our connection on keep going forward. Like,
and what a lot of people overlooked was he said, it sounds like you're not confident in our connection. Okay. That and then when you're in a crazy relationship with a crazy like this, you feel one way, like you know that this is not a strong connection, but they'll say things like when the family was around and she was putting on this act in front of the family, she was saying, oh yeah, we have a really strong connection, and you know, I started off bad, but I ended up meeting him and it was just the right time. This is what she told his family. And so he knew, like, wait a minute. Wait, just like he felt played by his mama and his sister, which we're going to get into them. He also looked at her like, girl, why are you putting on this act like we have this really good connection, this strong connection, when really we don't? And see, that's, again, one thing about narcissists, they put on a performance, especially when they feel like they can manipulate your friends or your family. They put on the biggest performance. So this is confusing him because, okay, he was like, maybe I was just overthinking it because maybe we do have a stronger connection than I thought. I mean, that's how she's feeling. That's what she's saying. But then sat down and was just like, oh, so it sounds like you're not confident in this connection. So why didn't you say that yesterday when my family was here?
forward, like,
Because I'm repeating myself.
but I have to, and I'm still willing to do it, but it seems like you're scared to tell me where your head is at.
And he said, I have to, and I'm still willing to deal with that. Because he feels like he's been repeating himself. And this is why, I will say this. Huda is an attractive woman. Physically. Okay? She is an attractive woman. So men will go above and beyond for her because she is an attractive woman. Also, I don't believe Chris has ever dated a Huda. Okay, attractive, wise. I don't feel like he ever thought that he would be able to get a girl like this. So because of that, I feel like part of the issue is that he is wanting to go above and beyond, even though he sees the signs, even though he's seen all of these red flags, he's still willing to deal with all of the toxicity and the red flags because of her attractiveness. That's it. That's it. That's it. If he wasn't attracted to her in the way that he is attracted to her, then he wouldn't have gone above and beyond for that. And yes, yeah, yeah. And honestly, when we say attractiveness, I'm talking about preference. That's what I'm talking about. You make me look a certain way, and I like how you make me look. So because of that, male validation, because that's another thing. In my other reviews, I kept pointing out that Chris is also a male validating male. Everyone talks about Huda and how she seeks male validation. She seeks male validation, but Chris also seeks male validation. They mirror each other. So the approval that he gets from men, he wanted to work this out, even though he saw the red flags. He wanted to. So he was going to ride this off, but he knew this was something that he truly needed to walk away from.
Know where you're leaning towards, and if that's what it is, like, just tell me.
Because it's so interesting. He got male validated by Brian and really went into this dinner thinking that they could work it out because he got the validation from Brian. Before that, he got the male validation from Ace. He seeks male approval. It is the same thing. I mean, we live in a patriarchy, right? Like, men are the center of this system, right? It's a man's world. Why wouldn't other men seek approval from other men? It only makes sense. It only makes sense. So a lot of people are overlooking how he seeks that out. And it's just different because it's from the male perspective. He's looking for the approval from men, and then she's looking for the acceptance, the want, the desire. It's just different. But they both reek of seeking male validation. And this is why I say all the time, I done said it. I don't know how many times that Chris is not innocent. He's not. But he was definitely abused. That is a fact. Two things can be true at the same time. So this is why he was willing to repeat himself. This is because he got the approval from men. This is why he was able to stay in this connection as long as he did, even though his energy was clearly being drained from his body. This is why. This was crazy.
They dead ass wrong for this.
I'm sorry, like, regardless, listen. Regardless, this was some good TV. Regardless if we agree to disagree, this was some good TV. I haven't laughed this much in a very long time because I was just like, wow, really? They gonna bring in this entertainer? And then it's so awkward because, like, Chris is like, hey. Oh my God, I was dead. I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. This is like, listen, the producers, listen, y'all ain't right. Oh, I loved it. Oh, I loved it. Oh my God, that was some good TV right there. That was some good ass TV.
You just got to make up your mind.
And then this is another thing. I actually understood where Chris was coming from. Like, I just need you to make up your mind, because he's confused. He's like, 1 minute I think we good, the next minute we not. 1 minute we're on the same page and everything is going well, and then the next thing we're not. Then another thing, I told you in the last review, I said Chris was dead ass wrong, because when they were on the dock, they never addressed the issue. They never addressed the actual issue in their connection. So it was only going to build resentment. And see, oftentimes with avoidance like Chris, he doesn't address the issues in the relationship. So what does he do? He avoids, and things just build. And he gets resentful. He gets mean. He gets passive. He disassociates. He isolates. Sir. So no, I see the toxicity in Chris. Chris is not relationship material. Okay. That avoidance stuff, that's not healthy. And it shows signs of trauma in your childhood that maybe you went through. I don't know. It could have been bullying at school. I don't know. But you just disassociating when things get hard, or things don't go your way, or you don't feel heard, or you don't feel understood, that typically comes from like some type of earlier trauma. And so you tend to retreat because you feel like that's safe, that's familiar. But it's not healthy in a relationship. It's not. It's not. It's not. So trying to see them communicate is very painful to watch, because I'm just like, well, y'all both toxic as hell. I mean, damn. So that whole avoiding, retreating, isolating, being, and then also another thing too is that I haven't seen Chris, and I don't believe this is like narcissistic. I don't feel like he's narcissistic, because I haven't seen him do things like stonewall her. Like, he's never stonewalled her. And I was waiting for him to stonewall her, but he never did. Because that would have been my sign, like, oh, okay, there may be some narcissism there. But no, even when he was tired and he wasn't trying to talk to her because he was tired and they had been filming all day, he still communicated with her. He could have stonewalled her in bed. He could have stonewalled her after she got hit in the face, in the nose with the pillow. And he didn't do it. I was looking for it. So he, to me, is just toxic, and he does this thing where he just avoids, which is just not healthy in a relationship. He would not be a good partner in a healthy relationship dynamic. What is up with the music? I don't, when this man reached for another drink, I was like, oh my God. It was like the more he kept grabbing that bottle, y'all, the more savage he got.
Oh, I feel it.
And you know what's crazy? I see men and women's point of view when it comes to this thing, right? So she said, oh, I think we should just be friends. This is them reaching an agreement of we should just be friends, right? And so he instantly responds, cool, no hard feelings, because he got the cat. He got the booty. Like, he like, cool, shit, I got the booty. It ain't a loss for me. You know what I mean? But it was a loss for her, though, because she gave the booty. Nobody told her to give the booty. She gave it up. And based off of how it sounded, and based off of how the condom was under her pillow, I also think she may have initiated that as well. Because he said, well, I voted. So a lot of women are upset, like, how dare he respond like that after she gave up the cat? But nobody told her to do that dumbass shit. Who told her, hey sis, give him the cat so you can control him? Nobody told her to do that. That's what she chose to do. What's the saying? Nothing can keep a man. No one can keep a man. The only thing that can truly keep a man is a man that wants to be kept. So I don't know why the girls are throwing cat around like that's going to be the determining factor if a man stays with you or not. Like, that's crazy. These men don't even stay when you have their kids. These men don't even stay when you ride or die. These men don't even stay when you help them buy a car. These men don't even stay when you help them fill out a job application. So you what, like, girl? What? So it's like, listen, I get it, sis. I get it. But I also understand how you played yourself too. You get what I'm saying? Because you didn't have to throw the cat at that man. He was trying to be respectful. He was. He was not trying to really sleep with her so quick. He wanted to sleep with her. Don't get it wrong. He wanted to sleep with her, but he was trying to hold off on sleeping with her. He was. He was trying to hold off. But then he folded. Like most lustful men do. He folded. So, but again, she didn't have to sleep with him either, though. See, it takes two to tango. Only one person has to say, stop. One person. And neither of them did. So it's like, I can see the man's point of view. I can see the woman's point of view. But y'all are two adults. You mutually came to this agreement to sleep together. So I don't care if it's the man's point of view or the woman's point of view. Nobody told y'all to do that. Nobody told you that you had to sleep with that man. And nobody told you that you had to sleep with that woman. But I'm going to tell you right now, ladies, the way men look at sex, they will take it like that. Hey, yes, give me that. Why not? I explain it all the time. If you could get handbags with every man that you dated or every man that you slept with, right? If you could get a handbag, shoes, money, every single man that you lay down with for free, you don't have to do nothing, right? Say you don't lay down with men. You didn't have to spread your legs. You didn't have to give them the cheeks. The booty didn't have to get wet. Say you just dated the man. And every man you dated, every single man you came across, they was giving you bags, they was giving you shoes, they was giving you money, they was giving you everything that you ever wanted. And you didn't have to sleep with them. Would you not take it? Would you not take it? You would take it, wouldn't you? Take it. You don't have to do nothing. They just treat you romantically for free. You don't have to do nothing. Would you not take it? Most women would. Most men would. The only women that would not are women that, feel like there's more to it than just those things. And it's the same thing with the man. If you gonna offer up your cat for free 99 and you don't have to work for it, he doesn't have to work for it, of course he's gonna take it. Of course. Why wouldn't he? Why would he not? So that's how women need to start looking at it, y'all. It's just like you're one track minded. But if it was reversed, but see, the girls don't want to close the legs so that they can reverse this energy that's out here in the dating scene. You don't want to close your legs. Because listen, the girls that had their legs closed, they was getting shit. They was being courted, they was being pursued, they was being chased. It was limited because it was on a show. But I'm saying, like, in the real world, if more women would just, now what? Men have to actually work for you. That's what that is. So maybe you would be in the winning seat instead of the man who gets free cat anywhere he goes. You would be in the winning seat where you get the meals, the shoes, the bags, the romance. I don't know. Maybe that it's just a thought. It's just a thought. Maybe you would be in that position. But instead, I see all of these angry women like, oh my God, he slept with her. How dare he? I like she didn't have a choice in the situation at all. She chose this. So it's just, come on now. She didn't have to play herself like that. She didn't have to sleep with this man.
Okay. No hard feelings. I already knew. I could tell. So I just been waiting for you to say it.
If we are friends, obviously we have the same friends in here, are we able to hang out and not feel weird? Like, can we still be funny and cool and everything and like it's normal?
Right off the bat, I'm gonna be honest with you, no. But do I have any hatred toward you? I remember, not at all. But I need to not like you anymore. So let me.
And why did women take this offensively? He set a boundary. Okay. There is a likeness, even though they had their issues or whatever the case may be. I understood exactly what he meant. It's a mature thing to do because he could have weak boundaries with her, right? And they're like buddy buddy, and he still fucks on her. Let's just be real because we're adults. He still fucks on her because he still has access like that. It won't be hard for Huda because she'll throw herself at men, right? If he really was this horrible guy, he was the biggest villain, right? He would not have said that. He would have been like, "Oh no, we can go back. We can go from sleeping together to being close friends. And I know I'll still have access to you because I know you're easy and I'll be able to sleep with you." But he's like, "No. No, we can't be close friends like that immediately after because I need time to unlike you." That's what that's about. And it's so crazy how women didn't even catch it. Well, that's actually very respectful of him to do because he could. First of all, he already knows she's emotionally unstable. He already knows what she wants, right? He could easily just use her and sleep with her and play her. It won't be hard. First of all, she's very predictable. She wants to be touchy, touchy, feely all the time. It's so easy. You know how most men move? Most fuckboys out here move? They transition this right into just a sex-based only relationship. That's it. He could have easily transitioned this into a fuckboy relationship. But he was like, "No, I need some time to unlike you. So, no, we can't be super close afterwards." But women are mad about this. Women are like so mad, like, how dare he? So now that he can't sleep with her, who said that he can't sleep with this girl? Do you really think that he can't sleep with her? Come on. Really? When she was all hugged up on and Nick in the pool, when she was trying to kiss Iris at the finale, you really think he can't sleep with her? Really? Come on now. Come on.
I need to separate myself a little bit. I'm gonna do that.
You know who he looked like? He looked like Tyler Perry. Am I tripping? Am I tripping, y'all? Am I tripping? He look like Tyler Perry, y'all. I'm gonna have to show y'all. No, for real. No, I'm being so serious. He look like Tyler Perry to me. Let me look. This is crazy. The music is just no, I'm serious, y'all. He look like Tyler Perry to me. Y'all don't see it? I see it. I see it. I see it. Do y'all see it? I see it. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. Hold on. I don't think I got no more pictures. No, seriously. I see it. I see it. Why they playing this sad? Why they playing this sad song? I just don't understand. The producers are so foul for this. That's why I told y'all vote this girl off the show so she don't have to get embarrassed. Now y'all over here got me feeling bad for it because I honestly wouldn't wish this on nobody. I really wouldn't. Y'all in paradise. It's a candlelight dinner. Water's all around you. You have this beautiful singer dressed in red. You're in Fiji. Like, girl, I really wouldn't wish this on nobody. Y'all got me feeling bad for the girl. This could have really been a beautiful experience for her. But it's just like, and that's what I be saying. Listen, the benefit of you doing work on yourself, y'all got to stop in the chat. Stop. The benefit of you working on yourself is so that when you have good moments with good people, you don't fuck it up. That that's the reason you work on yourself. You are rewarded with not ruining or sabotaging good people and good experiences in your life. That's what it's really about. And so she's over here. This is supposed to be a beautiful experience for her. And she's leaving crying.
It's good. Why you crying? Why you crying?
And then he's not understanding, like, why are you crying when you broke up with me? And see, this is the thing that a lot of women overlooked. She cut things off with him. And this is the thing that be cracking me up is like most times women are in the position of Chris. A lot of times women are in the position of Chris, yet because he's a man, you can't see how you've been in his position. You have. You literally have been in his position. It just looks a little bit differently. So he's like, how you breaking up with me, but you crying? The hell? You done wasted my time. You done ruined my experience. I could have pursued somebody else. I didn't have to pursue you. And he half-ass pursued her at that.
Why you crying?
First of all, y'all, I forgot to show you that he carried her in. Let me show you. He carried her in. So, oh my gosh. I gotta pull up the footage because I didn't even get that part. Let me see if I can find the part where he actually carried her in. Did anybody go to any watch parties? Did anybody? Because girl, I know this scene in public. Ooh, mm, that would have been a mess. I know the crowd went crazy over there. I know it did. I know. Hold on, let me see. And then this scene, it reminded me of. Let me see if I can find it. It reminded me of Princess and what's that other man's name? You know I'm bad with names. Princess and gosh, what is her name? Or his name? Nobody has the video footage of where he carried her down. Nobody, everybody's just talking about how he wouldn't carry her back. So basically, Ray J, y'all. Remember when Ray J pushed Princess in the pool? At least he didn't do that. But he carried her down and then he refused to carry her back, which I kind of understood why. So she's asking, like, are you going to carry? Do you want? No, he asked her, do you want me to? Or no, she asked, do you want to carry me or what? Or to walk?
Why you crying? She wanted you to sit there.
Now, this is what I want to know. Because people feel like, oh, he could have at least, it was just the decency. It was the decency. The decency on whose part? You want a man. This is what I need women to understand. He sat this woman down to have a conversation about how he does not feel respected by her. And then in return, they agree to just be friends, right? And in return, you expect for him to be a gentleman and lift her up and walk her across the water? Now, ladies, answer this. Do you think he would have picked her up if he would have felt heard during the conversation? If he felt that they reached an understanding where he would be receiving respect? Do you think that if he felt respected by getting up from that table, that he would have carried her? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he would have. Yes. Put a 2 in the chat if no. No. Just let me know. Because, well, why did he carry her down? The reason he carried her down was because he felt like, oh, it's not that she doesn't respect me. We just need to get on the same page. But once he sat down and had that conversation with her, he realized she doesn't respect me. So why should I go out of my way to be a gentleman to her? I'll help you walk across the water, but I'm not going to go out of my way to be this gentleman to help you to carry you across the water. I can still hold your hand here, but I'm not going to carry you. When I carried you, I felt like there was a chance that you had respect for me. But after we sat down and had this conversation, I realized you don't have respect for me. So why should I carry you across the water? And ladies, listen, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. One thing I've learned by being in Houston, there are a lot of pretty, beautiful, gorgeous women here. It's a big city. There are a lot of beautiful women. Hudas come and go. And the only thing that really makes you stand out here is how you carry yourself. Because there are just so many beautiful women here. So many. And I mean, of all races, shapes, sizes, heights. And if you come to Houston and men are not buying you things, like honestly, because a lot of the men down here are old school provider mindsets. If you go out and things are not being taken care of, and it's not about numbers being exchanged, oh, he trying to sleep with you, he trying to hook up with you. No. Men in the South are really big on being a gentleman, but they expect for you to be a Southern belle though. So they expect for you to have a nice attitude, to be easy to talk to. But if you are going out and you are paying for everything, or your friends are paying for everything, it's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. And it could be your environment too, because colorism is a big thing here. It is. But if you go to the right environments, it's the same thing, because they're Southern men. They have a similar mentality, and they are really big on providing, even if he's not trying to talk to you. Okay. Because I've had experiences where men have paid for my ballet, no number exchanges. Men have paid for my meal, no number exchanges, nothing. But when you are a pleasure to be around, when you are just a smile, literally, just all you gotta do is smile. You'll be surprised what men provide for you and how they just pay for things. And so when it comes to this situation, a lot of women don't think that how they carry themselves is a part of their attractiveness, or a willingness for a man to want to do things for you, or to have this desire. Because again, your desirability is not wired the same as a man's desirability. You'll be surprised. Men who actually have it, do you not understand their desirability is to provide? Your desirability is to what? Receive. So when men have it, they want to give. but are you a pleasure to be around? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I went out and somehow I was invited and I met these other women there, and it came across like me and my friend, we were getting like special treatment. And at first I was like, why are we getting special treatment? And they're a Huda, they look like a Huda, okay? Racially ambiguous, right? I'm with me and my black friend, okay? So we just sitting like we chilling or whatever like that, but they had the attitudes like a Huda, entitled, controlling, no manners. No manners, because I ain't gonna lie. One of the girls bumped into me not once but twice. And I'm just like, is she doing it intentionally? Because if she would have did it a third time, I would have had to say something. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, damn. So I'm sitting, minding my business, and then come to find out we're going to another location. He doesn't get them an Uber. So we get in his little black Escalade that's big. You know what I mean? They could have easily hopped it back. He was like, "Oh no, we'll meet you at the next location." But he told us on the side, like, "Ride with me." When there was plenty of room for them to get in the car with us. But he was like, "Oh no, y'all ride with me. I'll take care of it. Don't worry, don't worry." It got to a point where he was separating us from them. And it was because he was like, it's just so crazy how women can have nasty attitudes, just no manners at all. And it's like, you don't even have to pay for anything. I'm paying and you can't even just be respectful. I'm paying and you can't even just have manners. So it came across like we were getting special treatment, but the truth was he didn't feel respected, but these women felt like they were entitled for him to pay. And it just got to a point where it just got so ridiculous, where he was just like, you know what? And one of his friends, like one of the girls that he invited, he was trying to show her a good time because she was in Houston, she was visiting from Dallas, and she had brought her friends or whatever like that. And so it just got to a point like, why do you bring these women around? Like they're rude. Not only were they rude to him who was paying, they was rude to us, me and my friend. I'm just like, girl. And it's because they had that like competitive nature. So they saw me and my friend as the ops. And the whole time, all they had to be was enjoyable. That's it. That's it. All they had to be was a light, enjoyable personality, like just good conversation, not doing too much, you know? And so it just got to a point. So I just want the girls to understand that you can be a beautiful girl, you can be attractive as hell, but if you got a nasty attitude, men will definitely sleep with you. But that princess treatment that you looking for, you want a man to open doors and you want a man to do this, you want a man to do, listen, it's not happening, sis. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna hold your hand with a napkin in between. It's not happening. It's not. It's not. And I saw it firsthand July 4th. I was just like, oh my God. And it's crazy. I'm like, this is what men are talking about. Women just don't know their place. And yes, your place, meaning you're not allowing him to lead so he can pay, lead so you can get treated like the princess the princess treatment that you want. You're overstepping. You're overstepping. So it's just like you're not even putting yourself in the position so like you can be treated like that. So I just need the girls to understand that, like, and that's where a lot of the stuff comes in. And Houston, like I said, a lot of beautiful women here, gorgeous. So the only way that if you feel like you got to compete with that, it's not about going and getting another plastic surgery procedure or getting your hair done a certain way. These girls wear their hair all type of ways, laid, lashes done, nails done, toes done, body tea, dress bad. Okay. And when it comes down to it, it's about your attitude. Period. So I saw a lot of Huda personalities. Men don't want to buy you a drink. Men don't want to invite you into the section to deal with your attitude, to deal with your entitlement. It's like, girl, go home with that. If you wanted to be in a funky ass mood, then your ass should have stayed at home. I can't stand to be around that type of energy. It's just it's crazy. So I just Ooh, I don't understand it. So ladies, please work on that. Okay, your makeup skills, you dressing down, that's great and everything, but you need to work on that attitude, because that's crazy. And I could understand if it was one of those situations where a woman felt disrespected, or she felt like her boundaries were being crossed, or something like that. That changes the narrative for me. But I mean, honestly, y'all, what I saw was entitlement, masculine energy, and women just not knowing their place to where a man can lead so that they can get that level of treatment that they're seeking. And that's what I saw. If I saw the disrespect, I'm like, okay, he was being disrespectful. But honestly, he wasn't. And then this is another thing. These men out here that have good jobs, they don't want the reputation of disrespecting women, especially publicly. So it was really none of that going on. It was just entitlement. I couldn't believe it. Entitlement. So a lot of women felt entitled to Chris, even though he didn't feel respected. This don't have nothing to do with money. This has everything to do with he didn't feel respected as a man, so he wasn't going to go out of his way to accommodate her. When a man feels respected, that's his love language. You like the romance and all of that bullshit and the five love languages. A man, if like everyone talks about, oh, the way to a man's heart is food. Honestly, it's really respect. It's respect, y'all. You be surprised how that shit go a long way. Respect. It don't cost you nothing. You don't have to bust it wide open. Just respect. Okay? It's just the only thing though is it's a two-way street. You got to make sure that you're giving respect and you're also receiving respect. Okay? Let him lead with the respect, and then what do? You match him with that, right? You lead. Shelly did a great job of that this season. Okay? So I just feel like we're out of balance. Like we're just not, we're not, we're not in flow with each other. So we just need to get back in flow, because that was crazy. And then this was even crazier. Am I the only one? I would have took the whole bottle. Why they keep pouring this glass? Like, girl, just take the whole. I would have took the whole damn bottle. I'm sorry, but the water splashing, y'all. That's crazy. That's crazy. Mm, mm. And let that be a lesson too, that if you got toxic friends that are in a relationship, don't take them on vacation. Just take you and your man. Y'all have a good old time. Don't if you know them two friends that you got, right? And they're a couple. Don't take them on vacation. Leave their ass exactly where they at, because I'm telling you, they're gonna ruin your vacation.
So all I'm gonna say right now, before I get
And this is Chris's sister speaking out.
permission, is heal. Heal. Heal, so when a real nigga comes in your presence, you know how to accept it. Period.
I'm sorry, sis, but no. No. Your brother, he's not a real ninja. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. He's avoidant. He's manipulative. He also is sexually driven and very lustful. He seeks male validation. Okay. Just because he was in a relationship with a crazy, it made him look better. But say he was in a relationship with a woman that was healthy, his toxicity would have been louder. Okay. I don't agree with this at all. And this is why the sisters getting into it, trying to make it seem like they brother is just innocent. It's just ridiculous. I even know my brothers are not innocent. Because when they come to me with stuff, I just be like, what did you do? Because I know you. I know you're good and I know you're bad. So how did you respond? How did you act? I always have to ask them questions like that, because I know they're not innocent. I know how my brothers are. So I just to try to make it seem like this is it, and it's just crazy. I feel like my brothers are good people, but they have their ways. And so I just know how they are. Like my older brother, very stubborn, hard to talk to, especially when he can't get his way. Like, he's an Aries too. Isn't that something? And then my younger brother, he's an Aries. He retreats and he shuts down when you try to communicate to him. So it's like, come on. And he's an Aries. Ain't that something? So I'm just like, come on now. And then her brother, Chris, is an Aries. Isn't that something? So I'm just like, girl, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
And I could say nigga.
I just, girl, you could have, listen, if you wasn't going to say the shit on the show, what's the point of saying it now? Girl, if you're not going to say it when it matters, if you're not going to say it when it counts, what is the point in saying it now? I can't stand people like that. She could have kept that. She could have kept that. We didn't need that. Save that. Okay, let's get into Nicolandria. So, in my opinion, they had the best date. And I lived, finally, even though they did not win the show, I feel like they wanted life. You go on a reality show, it doesn't really feel like a vacation, but I guess it somewhat is somewhat of a vacation. You meet someone that you could potentially
Excited for you to meet my dad.
be in a real long-term connection with. And the physical attraction is already there. The physical chemistry, the physical attraction is already there. The friendship level of the connection is already there. You already know you can have fun with them, joke with them. You can do crazy things with them. So the stuff that they need to figure out in their connection is just very like minor things, like their quirks, their likes, dislikes, how they like certain things, communication, how they expect certain things socially and publicly. I mean, I really feel like they won at life, honestly. Like people keep saying, oh, they won the show. They won at life. Most people in their lifetime don't get to experience what we witnessed with them. And a lot of people keep saying, oh, their connection is so fake. Their connection is so fake. I honestly believe that you're not used to a slow burner connection. A slow burner connection takes time. So a lot of people felt like because Olandria wasn't super physical outside of the challenge, that she's just not into Nick. This experiment lasted 6 weeks. I have never slept with anyone within 6 weeks. I have never just sat in anyone's lap after meeting them 6 weeks. I just haven't. Because typically when you meet someone, you meet the representative. You don't know them like that. And I like how they didn't lock in, they didn't become exclusive, that they wanted to figure things out outside of the villa, because that's to me is way more genuine than feeling the need to lock it in to win a game. So I really like that they didn't really lock things in, but they wanted to explore this connection outside of the villa to see where it goes and keep the pace that they have. And I feel like if they keep the pace that they have and they spend quality time together and they have the support of people in their family, their friends, then of course like this relationship could really work. I don't see it why it wouldn't work. So we'll see. Also, this is a woman that was pursued. Very proud of the Black women on the show. Hold on, let me go ahead and shout out the Black women though. We gotta give Black women their flowers. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me pull it up. Let's give Black women their flowers. They represented us so well. Black women made me so proud to have a platform like this, to review this reality show. Even Clark doesn't get enough credit. I was told that she prayed with all of the girls every morning and she prayed with them. And I think the way Clark moved made it easier for Olandria. There were times where, and I find it interesting that the producers tried to make it seem like Clark was just boring. No, she wasn't the stereotype. You wanted her to be the stereotype. That's what you wanted. So you could have content so that you could create a narrative by her being the stereotype. And you couldn't do that. You got a black woman that came in a very tricky dynamic, and she came in and she knew her place. She knew her place. And y'all weren't expecting that. Y'all wanted some drama. That's what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted some drama. Y'all didn't get it. So I just wanted to just give the flowers to all the black women out here. Did I put it on the wrong? Hold on, let me see.
Excited for you to meet my dad.
Put it on the wrong one? Let me just see if I'll just pull it up. Let's see. Oh, no, wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, black women stand up. Black women stand up. Okay, I'm so proud. And it's like, I do all of these videos and, I give a lot of criticism, but you got to give flowers where flowers are due. And I just felt like black women, y'all really made us proud. And then under the conditions in which you were under, like y'all made us so proud. Like seriously, like all of you. And then the icing on the cake was to see Olandria go on this beautiful, beautiful date with Nick. And this was what we didn't really get all season. This was what we wanted all season. We got a glimpse when they got they got fake eliminated, right? But we were waiting on this. This is what I want to see more of. Look at me. Hold on. I was so happy.
Hard-boiled egg. You're hard on the outside, but you're soft on the inside, so.
I want to continue to be an anchor in your life and support you and have your back. That's never going to change even when we enter the real world. Just know that.
This is something I want to keep exploring, and whatever the result is, I know that we really support each other in every way.
Now listen, remember when my spidey senses, because my spidey senses be doing the Raven Baxter, and I was like, oh, this is a connection that's going to build outside of the villa. I said, oh, I don't think we're going to get what we want to see in the villa. I said, we're going to see it outside of the villa. Clock it. Yeah, let's clock it. I tried to tell you, I was like, it's not going to happen on the show. It still kind of somewhat happened, but not exactly how we wanted it. But that's okay. That's okay, because I really feel like what they have is genuine. I really do. I feel like it's real. And I feel like it's something that it just takes time to build.
And I do have love for you. It's like that seed that I keep wanting to water, and I want to see where this goes.
Me too.
Thank you.
Love you.
Girl, did you see how listen, they got to stop this. This is ridiculous. Okay? Do you see how Olandria be kissing this man? Sis. I mean, she's a lip puller. That's what she is. Cause I'm like, you know how everyone has their little thing, their little twang, their little twangy twang. Well, her little twangy twang, she be pulling on Nick's lip, talking, but y'all be like, oh, she don't really like him like that. I'm like, are you sure? Cause who be and then y'all be like, oh, Nick, oh, he don't really like her like that. You sure about that? Are you sure? Because I think licking feet, and they be walking around barefoot, and Landry, she always gonna have a good heel on, so her feet could sweat underneath them heels. You know what I'm saying? Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Are we watching the same show? Also, this scene was so damn juicy. This scene was so damn juicy, y'all. Woo, girl. To the point where she had chocolate all on that man. And so at the finale, I knew why they didn't kiss. Because when they go there, they go all the way there. You know what I mean? So she wasn't trying to mess up his shirt, and she wasn't trying to mess up her makeup. So they had to keep it cute, girl. They couldn't get too steamy at the finale. But I knew what that was about. I knew what that was about. Hold on. This is crazy. And then you know what's even crazier? It's like we've seen Nick fake it. We know when he fakes stuff. You know what I mean? But are y'all serious? It's the gaslighting for me. I don't know why, and this is why I called it earlier too. I was like, why are people obsessed with trying to make it seem like Black women are not desired? To the point where even Sierra was just like, "Oh, I don't feel like I have anything to worry about." When it came to Nick and Olandria's connection, I was just like, why do I feel like she don't feel like she got anything to worry about because it's a Black woman? Why people feel like just because she a Black woman, she's not wanted or she's not desired? That's when it's just really started getting weird for me. I don't get it.
It's all over again.
You guys want to just leave it. You wear my lip combo more
than you do. Yeah.
I love it.
This was beautiful, y'all. Listen, Love Island, y'all tried to make up for how they didn't come in first place. I see what y'all did. Y'all let Amaya come first, and then you had Nick and Olandria come second, but they had the best date. It was so cute. I loved it. Hold on, let me see. What was the other one too? There was another scene. I think it's this one. This was really
Since the day you were born, you followed your heart and blazed your own adventurous trail.
Hold on, not that one. Did I put it backwards? I love the notes that they got from their family. The notes that they got from the Nicolandrian hive.
Oh my gosh. Nick plus Ola, you both radiate such a warm and genuine energy throughout our screen. Nick, your genuineness,
And this is another thing too. If you couldn't feel the genuineness and the warmness when they exchanged energy, no shade, but I really think you need to call that lady. Call BetterHelp. I'm for real. If you didn't feel the energetic exchange, I think you need to call that lady. You need to open up your heart chakra. Some things are blocked. And the reason I'm saying that is even me, like someone that's not really openly vulnerable, like, you know, I don't wear my heart on my sleeve like that. It was like, damn, I couldn't even deny it. You know what I mean? It's like you could feel it. Even if you didn't want to, you're like, oh no, oh hell no. Cause I avoid those rom-coms. I avoid that shit at all costs. Hell no. I'm not trying to feed into no delusional ass fantasy that this patriarchy tries to feed me because it benefits men. That's my mindset, right? But this is a reality show, right? So I'm just like, damn. I mean, there were times where I had to fan myself. I said, shit, this is hot. I haven't seen it in a while. And it looks so genuine too. And it happened organically. So I was just like, oh. So it was like one of those situations where I'm like, damn, you know what? It is what it is. Hold on, let me see. Is it this one? I don't even think they realize when they're like this. It's so natural for them. I really don't think that they realize when they pull on each other like that. And then another thing too, they have not slept together, right? This is another thing that I want to point out to the girls. They have not slept together, but they can communicate telepathically. And I was like, damn. And they're just friends. They're not lovers technically. They're just friends. So I'm like, it's crazy. They even have they can communicate without saying nothing. Oh, I don't like rom-coms. I hate that. I do not support those films at all. At all.
I think you are the perfect man for our Ola.
Oh my god, I think this is from people watching the show.
No way. What?
Okay, hold on. They putting too much damn music in here. Damn.
realness, the honesty. It's giving true love out of those.
The way you look at each other, it's not just eye contact, it's a conversation without words.
Like when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, you can't fake that. You can't fake conversation without words. You cannot fake that, y'all. I'm sorry. You can't. 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 You cannot fake conversations without words. Try it. See if it works. Try it out. Test it out and see if you can form a connection, right? Where it's not genuine, it's fake as hell, where you can communicate without words. I want to see it. I've never seen it in my life. I would like to see it. Convince me I'm wrong then, because I've never seen that.
This is poetic. Nick, when your eyes find hers, it's like the rest of the world disappears. And Alandria, the way you look back, it's like your whole heart is reaching out, trusting him to hold it. There's something magnetic between you, from someone who believes in what you have.
Oh, this one got me.
You okay?
Yeah.
I feel like we missed.
Oh, I missed that. And see, this is what I was trying to tell the girls. The girls wanted to argue with me about this. A man will mature for the right woman, but he has to want you though. This is why I feel like the girls that be trying to sleep with men to control them and try to control the outcome of the situation, you only playing yourself. You're not playing him like you think. You're really just playing yourself. And this is why, like, when Cher gives you the advice, it's for you to get money. It's not for you to get the man and care about the man. It's for you to get the bag. Like, you are aware that's what she's saying. So that's a different ball game, though. This is a different ball game. There's that, and then there's this. And so when it comes to this, it's like a man will change for the woman that he truly wants and truly desires, but he has to want you more than you want him. And a lot of women don't like that.
So many signs along the way.
Just reading this, it's like, damn, have our story been ruined this entire time? We just have not been noticing.
Okay, I don't want to show too much more. Wait, there was something that I wanted to catch. Hold on, let me see. There was something I wanted to Clark, but I don't know what it was. Maybe it's not in here. Okay, let me continue. Let me move along. Was there another one? Okay, that was date 3. Or was this day 3?
I love you.
Another thing that I love too is that Olandria said that her sisters have never liked any of the guys that she's ever dated, but they like Nick, which is a really good sign. Her mom, her family as well, which I really like that. And a lot of Black women are afraid to step outside of their comfort zone and date outside of their race. And I get why. I do. Like I understand why, but I just feel like you're shortening your chances, or you're making your chances small of being loved the way that you truly are desiring, because you're focused on the way it looks or the color, or you're too focused on other things, and you got to start prioritizing what matters more. And some Black women will say Black love matters more to me. And listen, I'm not here to argue with you on that. But if that matters more, then I'm assuming that if it doesn't go the way that you want, that you're still okay with that. Some women may not be okay with that. It just depends. So I'm just glad Olandria was just open, because the way she was trying to force it with Taylor, I feel like a lot of Black women try to force it with a Black man like that. They try to force it with a Black man like that, and then get mad and angry. And it's just like, you have free will. That's the crazy thing about life. You have free will. At any moment, you can change and do something totally different and have different results. Seriously. And I don't are there to be honest, I feel like when you're a Black woman, you have to do what's best for you and be selfish in it, because you live in a world that is selfish towards you. So because of that, you have to be selfish. If you're not selfish, you won't get anything in this lifetime. You have to be selfish. So if not, you're gonna be ass out. And it's clear as that you're gonna be ass out. And don't waste your time trying to help and fix and save and all of that shit, because it literally pays you nothing and you get nothing. Why though? Why do you get nothing? Because the world that you live in is selfish towards you. So you wanting to fix and help and prove and do all of this stuff, it does not benefit you at all, because people are not wanting to give to you at all. So you have to bet. And to be honest, Taylor just was not a good fit for her. Period. And it was how he treated her. So it was just not a good fit. Let me see what else. There was something else that they had. Was it day 3? Fans. Finally, he revealed that he kissed her in the beginning. Also,
did you know I kissed you?
What a lot of people don't understand about Nick, the reason why he didn't pursue her in the beginning was because of Taylor. Remember I told you that sometimes men can sabotage your dating life and your love life, and you don't even know it, because things were being done behind your back and you didn't even know that conversations were being had about you. You were being off limits, or you were being told that you're off limits. You don't even know all of this noise is going on behind you. There's a lot of that going on.
The second night with the blindfold. Really I don't think I ever told you that. But I felt. When you felt the beard. Yeah, I was trying to say, who is it? Who was it? I'm coming out and I'm telling you it was me. What made you kiss me? You were someone I was interested in. Why did this never happen?
Taylor. That's so selfish of him. Like, and that's the thing. Taylor was like, I have to do what's best for me. So he felt at the time telling Nick, you can't explore anything with Olandria, because he was being selfish about who he wanted to quote unquote explore things with. But he was just stringing her along. Why are people overlooking that? Why are people overlooking the fact that Taylor told Nick not to talk to Olandria, but to hold her hostage in this connection when he knew that he really wasn't into her? And then people will say, oh, Olandria is just all delusional, all delusional. So is Nick delusional too? Is Nick delusional? Because it can't just be Olandria is delusional and then Nick is not delusional. Seems like they were both being manipulated. That's what it seemed like. And part of the game was, oh, Taylor, I'm gonna have it my way. He could have been honest with the both of them, but he just wasn't honest. Okay, let's see. Oh, let me see.
It makes me want to go 10 times harder for me and Nick.
Honestly, like looking back on it, I wouldn't change a thing. Like everything led us to this moment, and that's like the beautiful part of the island, bro, because you don't expect any of this shit. And
that's why he was. And then I don't. Was it because Taylor did an interview? I think Taylor did an interview, and that's when it came out. I forgot how I found out that Taylor was the one that stopped the connection with Nick and Olandria. But now I understand why we saw that scene where she almost got eliminated for a second time. And I think that's when Nick was like, got into Taylor, and that's how he ended up voting. Taylor felt guilty and ended up voting for Olandria to stay, because it was just like, what the hell are you doing? So listen, the hate that Taylor is getting actually is starting to make more sense to me, because at first I didn't understand, but it's like, okay, you're playing two people. Technically, you're playing Nick and you're playing Olandria, and it's all because you're moving shisty and you're being manipulative in it. Because at first, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I did not understand. I did not. I did. I thought Olandria was being just flat out delusional. I'm just like, I don't see it. But again, things are being edited. We're not being shown certain things. But after Taylor did that interview, I was like, so that's the reason why he never pursued her in the very beginning. And he wanted her before Sierra even came into the picture. And so then that's another thing too. I see why he felt like he had to force it with Sierra, because, well, if he didn't force it with Sierra, who else would he be able to link up with? It can't be Olandria because of Taylor. So I don't know. It just puts a lot of things into perspective. And to be honest, at the time, it made Nick look like the villain when it came to Sierra, and somewhat look like a coward when it came to Olandria, because it was just like, well, why didn't you pursue her in the very beginning? Taylor, you ain't right about that. That's so foul. You really do owe Olandria an apology. You actually owe the both of them an apology. Seriously. Because at first I'm thinking it's just poor communication, but it was manipulation as well. So you were manipulating the both of them?
Comes at you when you least expect it. Yeah. In the bad ways, but also the good ways, like Landry and I. Right. When you see something,
and it's clear that obviously they were truly meant to be, because they kept, like, first of all, they had to deal with the manipulation, but somehow they kept ending up back together, ending up back together, ending up back together. And really the odds and the chances of that happening were very slim. So, and then I also saw this post where a year apart, they made the same caption on Instagram. Something to do with a cowboy. I forgot what the caption read, but I was like, wow. So what is that called? The thread theory? It's called like the thread theory or something like that. I think it's called the thread theory. So they had the same caption, verbatim, said the same exact thing a year apart. And then they ended up meeting. So and then is it the red string theory? Okay. Thank you for correcting me. So I thought that was interesting too, because again, I'm an energy reader. So there were times where they would be pulled apart and then boom, it was like a sling where they would just be smashed right back into each other. It was constant. So I'm like seeing the posts on Instagram. I'm like, okay, so the red string theory is true, because they were just, it even showed up in the show is what I'm saying. And so they were both on the chopping block. And then at times that they were on the chopping block, they would come back. Crazy. And then people are like, this is not genuine. Hell, this is science too. Because I'm just like, I didn't even know that.
Our parents see something, America sees something. It would be a complete waste to not explore this after the villa. I feel like I'm living in a rom-com here in the villa. Like that novel is not coming to an end. We don't know what's gonna happen next.
That's good, bro.
Just good ass vibes. Where's Iverson Pepe?
Clock it. Yeah, clock. Remember when y'all said we was delusional? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Y'all said we were delusional? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's clock that. Mm-hmm. Let's move on. How did y'all feel about the speeches at the finale? It seemed like producers wrote them. Anybody catch that? I feel like the producers wrote them. Oh, and then Pepe and Iris.
I see potential because otherwise it just seems a little bit pointless to me.
They are a snooze fest. They every time they get together. This is how you know connections are not strong. They're just physical. Because look at this. Then look at this one. People don't see the red flags with Amaya. And I'm just like, how y'all don't see the red flags with Amaya and Brian? Is it this one?
Yeah, I'm proud of us too.
I'm proud of us. Brian.
And listen, they could have edited it, right? They could have edited stuff out, right? And they tried to make it seem like Olandria and Nick only had a physical connection until this episode. They went all out for him. Producers, I need y'all to get it together because that's ridiculous. I just it's so cringy seeing a woman be physical with a man that has not done anything for her. Like it just reminds me of my auntie. She said, never have a wet booty, a wet ass, and a dry purse. They don't go together. You got a wet booty and a dry purse? How? How? How does that even work? How? That don't make no sense to me at all. No way. Those two things don't go together. That it does not make sense as a woman. Because as a woman, we come with a lot. We come with a lot. But to have a dry purse and a wet booty, that don't make no sense to me. And that's all I see with Amaya. I'm just like, that's all I see. And it's hard to watch. Okay, let me see. Is it the speech? And then I don't want to get into the speeches really, because the speeches, honestly, they just felt like producers wrote them. Let me see. I don't feel like they wrote them themselves. But hold on, I wanted to get into like even this.
I never mind.
This was so goddamn boring, y'all. I had to speed through it. This should have been Shelly and Ace. This should have been Shelly and Ace. They were a snooze fest. They literally talk. They don't really talk about nothing. And then also one thing that I peep about Pepe that a lot of women overlook, he always compliments women the same. That triggers me. He compliments every woman the same. The way he complimented Hannah, he compliments Iris in the same way. You're a beautiful girl. You're a beautiful girl. You're beautiful. Why are women not peeping? Like, I be peeping game like that. Where I'm just like, why do you compliment all the girls the same way? And that's why it's hard to believe all of the cast members or Islanders wrote their speeches. Like, it's hard to believe. You're a beautiful girl. You're a beautiful girl. Like, you said that about Hannah. You said that about Grayson. Like, if they make it outside in the outside world, I will be shocked. Did you also see how they were upset that they came in fourth? I was like, ooh, look at that. They were like, what? How we come in fourth? Shouldn't that be Huda and Chris? No, she's not self-aware at all. At all.
Congratulations. How are you guys feeling? I feel honored to be here and have this experience with all of you guys.
No matter what, I'm going home with friends, family, and something that.
It's almost like, no, they were. It was almost like, the fuck? If we could just put into terms the energy that came off of them, like they was mad. They was like, what? It was just like yeah. Look, they looking at each other like, can you believe this shit?
I'm honored to be here and have this experience with all of you guys.
No matter what, I'm going home with friends, family.
And she keeps looking at Pepe like, can you believe this shit? I felt bad for them because I was like, y'all at least deserve to come third. Hell, if we got to compare you to Huda and Chris, y'all could at least come third place. That's crazy.
And something that is an amazing girl.
You guys have been incredible.
By the way, Amaya's makeup was bomb. Oh my God. I'm like, did they do their own makeup? Like, what was that? Because I felt like she was just wow. Her makeup was so damn good. Like she snatched her face. Everyone keeps talking about Clark, but like, have y'all seen throughout this whole season, like Amaya's different hairstyles? The Spice Girl hairstyle look that she gave, loves. Like, I absolutely adored that look. She was giving the girls looks, and I loved learning about how her mom always gave her different hairstyles, and that's kind of where she gets that from. But sis, you need to give us some tutorials because her little low pony that she had was bomb. I loved it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Go grab a glass of champagne and celebrate.
I could just tell they was pissed. I could just tell, oh, we're gonna talk about this later. Like, that's what he gave. They were pissed. Look. And then it was just the way they toasted. It was just like, this some bullshit. Oh, I love how I love the dress that she wore. Iris, I like that. Give him some thigh. Give him a little leg. Give him a little leg. I know he looked good, don't he? I just feel like Pepe is a player. I just feel like he's a player. He gives me player vibes. And I think that's the reason, like, Iris's mom, she was like, no, I think Iris asked, so what do you think? And then her mom was like, you know I'm picky. Mama, what do you think? Because I really want to get your opinion. Because Iris's mom, she give me, listen, I don't like him. But she didn't want to say that. And then she was like, this is why I don't like him. These are all the reasons why I don't like him. So you could tell Iris's mom, she wasn't really feeling him like that. Because if she was, she would have had nothing but great things to say. So.
Huda and Chris, congratulations.
I don't know. There's something about Pepe that give me, he's a good time, but he ain't staying long. I don't know. It's something about it. He's a good time, but he's not sticking around long. He on to the next one.
How are you both feeling? I'm shocked. I'm not wrong.
Now listen, we got to give credit where credit is due. Huda's dress, phenomenal. Oh my God. I loved it. 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 If we could just work on her personality and her behavior and how she carries herself, oh, she could really go a long way. She could really go a long way. I loved her dress. I loved the color. It looked really good on her. I loved the slit on the side. I love the length. I love that it kind of dragged across the floor. That dress looks so good on her.
I really am. Too. What shocks you about it? How the fuck are we?
Yeah, America. How did she get in third place? How did they get in third place? I'm trying to figure it out.
Together. It's like, what? I'm speechless. I am. Truly. I'm like, you guys are never.
It's bad when even the people that are in the relationship experiencing what's going on in the relationship are shocked that they came in third place. Not only at the beginning of this episode, they were shocked that they were staying for the finale, but even when they got up there, they were still shocked. Like, damn, third place? Really? Crazy, right? Even they were just like, really? And then I feel so bad for Chris and the reason is because he got gaslit probably by the producers, gaslit by his islanders, gaslit by his mama and his sister, gaslit by the woman that he was in a relationship with. Like, do you know how hard it is to navigate that stuff? Your nervous system is responding a certain way, and everybody around you is gaslighting you about how bad it really is, and it's bad. Even America is watching, gaslighting your ass. Like, what are they seeing that I'm not? You know what I mean? And then people are mad because at the dinner table, he was upset because he was just like, well, I guess this isn't what I thought it was. Well, of course, the man has been gaslit for like, I don't know how, by everybody. Can you imagine? Like, that would make anybody go insane. Like, even Ace he kept it PR. He kept it PR because he didn't want to make the same mistake that he made the last time with Jeremiah. That's what that was all about. When they had that conversation in episode, I think it was 33, 34, the reason why he didn't give him real advice in the same way that he gave Jeremiah, because everybody made him out to be the villain. So he was just like, you know what? I'm going to just give you some PR bullshit having ass advice, because if I don't, they're going to make me the villain. Y'all didn't catch that? I caught that. And I was just like, so it just so happened that by the time it reached Chris, he was just like, hey. And you know what? I think they influenced Chris to stay delusional because they wanted her for ratings. That's what I think this is all about. They wanted her for ratings.
Speechless. Well, I'm really, really shocked. I'm seriously so thankful. Like, I am. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Well, you guys have been amazing. Thank you guys so much. You can join Pepe and Iris. Enjoy your champagne. Thank you. Enjoy champagne.
That dress was bad, y'all. Even the back was low cut in the back. That shit was fire. Damn. I love low backs like that. I love it. It looks so good. Okay, that make me want to get my back exercises in the gym. Get them lat pull downs. So then you can wear them low cut dresses in the back. Love it. Okay, let's see. What happened after this? Y'all, what the hell? This is what I be saying. Her boundaries do not make sense. Do you not understand? Chris had an issue originally because of the public affection. This girl is slobbing down this champagne glass, licking it, and doing all of this stuff out in public. Then she pretends to kiss Iris. I don't have the words. Shit. Damn. I don't have the words because I'm like, what? Like, she's so damn crazy to the point where, how do you even explain this? Like, how? Like, can someone in the chat explain this? It makes zero sense. Like, I can't even rationalize this. I can't. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. And I look at Chris. Look at Chris. He like, this the bullshit that I've been dealing with. I'm just glad this is over with. And like, and then this is, hold on, wait. And then listen, I'm gonna get into it. Hold on. Listen, look at Chris's face. Look at Pepe's face. Do you listen? When I was out on the 4th of July, this was what was going on. And it was because, and the reason is because the Hudas, they need attention. If the attention is not on them, oh, they do awkward shit like that to get the attention. They do rude shit like that to get the attention. This is what it's about. It's attention. She did that for attention. That's it. And they all looking at her like, what? And so when I was out on the 4th of July, it was a lot of that. It was a lot of that. The men just looking and I'm looking and I'm just like, this is, you know what? Woo. Y'all got me out here. Y'all got me out here understanding where men are coming from. And I don't like that. I don't appreciate it, ladies. I don't. I don't appreciate going out and seeing what men are, what they're saying. And at this point, it's not about going red pill. At this point, sit me at a table by my goddamn self. That's sit. I need to sit alone. The foolishness is just too much for me. I'm not sitting with them. They're weird. They jack off in their sock at night and they're mad and angry at women because of their mother. I'm not sitting with them. They just as crazy. And I'm not sitting with the Huda rats. I'm not sitting with them either. Put me at a table by my goddamn self. That's where I want to sit. Okay? That sit me alone. Okay? So I can have some damn peace in my life. Because you can't have peace. You go over here with the red pillars, then you go over here with the Huda rats. We have a name for them now. The Huda rats, the red pillars, girl, I'm avoiding them at all costs. Oh, I'm avoiding them at all costs. So they just create awkward, uncomfortable moments.
So, Alandria, Nick, and Amaya and Brian. America has chosen you as the final 2 couples. How are you guys feeling?
I wasn't nervous until now.
Listen, Olandria looks so damn good in that dress. Are y'all, oh my God, are y'all, black women, are y'all excited for the black woman effect? I cannot wait. I already know it's coming. Are y'all excited for the black woman effect? Oh, come on. We already saw a glimpse. We already, it's coming through, right? It's there. It's there. It's coming through. But are you ready for it though? Oh, it's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be so incredible. She already looks amazing. Do y'all not see the face? Oh, I am so excited. He looks like a more mature version of himself already. Already. So I'm just so excited to see the black woman effect here. I say by next year, we gonna see it. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it. I'm excited.
How are you guys feeling?
I wasn't nervous until now.
I didn't even think I was gonna make it this far, so top 2, I'll take it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just really crazy how a feminine woman can really make a man look better. Like physically better. Physically better. That's why they feel like some of them, not all of them, but some of them feel like they can start cheating. They start smelling themselves, they start feeling themselves, and they think they could go replace you. Delusional. I don't think Nick will do that. I'm just saying, like, that's how much it truly transforms them. Like, it's insane. So I'm so excited to see this transformation for the both of them, honestly.
We have followed every step of your journey over the last 6 weeks. And now the wait is finally over.
So Maya and them won. It's just the only reason why I wasn't excited, it's partially the reason I didn't get excited was because I don't feel like he's genuine. And that does somewhat bother me because it's like watching a man ride a woman's coattail and then he doesn't really like her like that. It just gives me the ick. honestly. So I don't want to see that. But let me go ahead and fast forward. Am I crazy? Are we? No, America. Are we crazy? Cause how do you explain this? Oh my gosh,
Girl. Girl.
the internet had y'all. It was so annoying that the internet, we had to fix it. We had to fix it because I don't even know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Huda tried to sabotage her moment. Thank you for fixing this for us. Isn't this beautiful? This is gorgeous. Damn. Thank you. Cause what the hell? Isn't it beautiful though? Cause she almost ruined it for us Nicolandrian hives. Like the hive. Like she almost ruined it for us. I was like, girl, move out the goddamn way. Why? And then to have your hand around them is insane. Like what? I just woo, she outdid herself, didn't she? Woo, she outdid herself. I told you, get that girl off the screen. This will be memorable as well. I just, oh my gosh, y'all, give that girl some serious help though. All jokes aside, get her some help. If you really care about that girl, get her some help. They look so good together. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Um, I still don't want to watch any more seasons of Love Island, and the reason is because of the racism. I can't do it. If I send you this, just know I'm going to break things off with you, but I'm going to make it seem like it was your idea so I can escape. Okay? If I send this to you, I done had enough liquor in me to be a savage, and I'm leaving your ass high and dry. That's what I'm doing. Okay? If I send this to you, you already know what it is. You already know. What else? Let me see. What else was out here? You know, Threads is such an interesting place. And then to all the Huda delusional people out here, how it started versus how it ended. This is how it started, and then this is how it ended. Get the girl some serious help, okay? She needs serious help. All jokes aside, she really does. If you care about somebody, sometimes you have to be real with them and just be honest with them, okay? And I only a therapist could truly help her because she doesn't know how to see things from other point of views. Like she has no self-awareness at all. At all. So the only one that can really truly help her is a therapist. I'm not even saying that to be shady. I'm not saying that to be shady. I'm saying it because it's real. Like she don't see outside of herself at all. She don't see how she comes across to people. She doesn't see how she lies a lot. Damn. I've never seen somebody lie so much. So then Andreina, when she did her Elite Daily, so that tells me that they try to make it seem like she's a Huda when really Huda is Huda and Andreina is Andreina. So she wasn't twisting things when she went and told Shelly what was going on. They just cut it up to make it look like that. to make Huda look like she was somewhat in the right when she was just dead ass wrong. Also, yes, ladies, please raise the bar. So Amaya's bar is unfortunately so low because of what she went through. What has Brian done to make her feel like a Cinderella? And that's what I didn't understand. That's what I didn't get. Because Amaya was saying, "Oh, Brian makes me feel like a Cinderella." How? What has he done? He's done nothing for you. Like, even all the dates and everything that they had going on, the producers put all of that together. So what did he actually do to make you feel like a Cinderella? And then Jesse said, "Oh, they're gonna try to gaslight you." But you're absolutely correct, because other than dropping D and defending her once, and I still believe he was defending her culture more than he was defending her, he's done nothing. Brian didn't even know how Amaya likes her coffee before cracking her. That's it. And now he's got 50K and he gets to ride Amaya's coattail. I hate that. I hate to see it. But listen, you get what you feel you're worthy of, honestly. What else? Yes, I'm heavily praying for all of the black people that were on the show, because the anti-blackness was just insane. Seriously, because America hates black people. Like, that was very loud. Y'all don't like us. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. Y'all do not like us. But one is outside protesting for you. Make it make sense. And someone commented and said, "It's scary out here for all of us." Sad that we couldn't even enjoy a show that's supposed to be a form of escapism, because every time they're going to remind us what they really think of black people. Crazy, right? Yeah, we couldn't even escape and just enjoy it for entertainment. We had to be reminded, you black. Let's see. And then also, this was probably the most triggering, because remember when Shelly and Olandria had to have that sit down talk with Huda to work things out on camera? And I told y'all it kind of gives black women in corporate America, or black men in corporate America, where they have to swallow their pride and work things out with a racist just to keep their job, just so they can feed their family, just so they can keep their benefits. It showed how black people have to adjust in other rooms so they are not called aggressive. Sad. Had to be reminded of that. What else? Oh, this is what Chris is not, to me, not getting enough credit for. Okay, and Jeremiah too. So Chris diffused so many potential fights. People are giving Huda credit for growth, but it's literally because Chris refused to react. I don't get it. And then also, um, this commenter talked about how she was lying and twisting the story to those who weren't there to garner sympathy, and then patting herself on the back. This is why I'm like, you're dealing with a crazy. Okay. Then patting herself on the back for not yelling, as if the tone of her voice is the only issue with her communication or her behavior. Or her behavior, which was also insane. I don't get it. Let me move on. Oh, like patting yourself on the back is just like, y'all, that's next level. That's delusional. Let's see. Okay. And again, Chris letting Huda end it was a move to make sure she can't crash out on him. He is a mature man. I don't know if he's mature. I feel like he was more mature in the situation. I'll give you that. He was more mature in the situation. A mature man? Absolutely not. Because a mature man would not have slept with an emotionally unstable woman. A mature man would also feel like, through some self-reflection, it's an issue, something within himself, that he keeps attracting emotionally unstable women. So he was more mature in the situation, but he's not a mature man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the nuances for me. No, and when you compare his maturity to hers, that's not that mature. Okay. Amaya is the friend you go to when you want someone to feed into your delusions. That's facts. Respectfully, I feel like Chris wanted Huda to break up with him because of how she reacted when Jeremiah broke things off with her. Exactly. Why are people not catching that? That's when she crashed out the first time. The only difference between the first photo and the second photo is that she broke things off. And then the first photo, she was broken up with. It's not looking too pretty. And he was like, can I just please go home peacefully? He didn't even want Shawty to talk to him anymore. Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I feel like the speeches that they gave, you could tell that the producers helped them write that. Chris gives LA black man. I don't know about that. Y'all be having me and then y'all be losing me. You be having me and then I'll be like, wait a minute, you taking it too far. You taking it you had me and you lost me. I'm sorry, Chris is not relationship material. He needs to go to therapy too. Okay? That's why he attracted to crazy. He needs therapy too. You can't think you attracted to crazy and you attract crazy and not think you don't need to go to therapy. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I know it's a hard mirror to look in, but you got to look in the mirror because, woo, you can't think. You cannot think. Also, did y'all see how Chris slept in Soul Ties? People are saying that it's traditional Love Island rules that if you don't sleep in a bed as a couple, then you have to sleep in Soul Ties. That's kind of weird. Is there a waiver that they sign about that? Because that's crazy. Interesting. But I would have went out there too. At first, I just was like, when I was watching it in real time, I was just like, well, maybe he just want his peace. Because I understand that. And this is what I didn't like. And that's what I said. We can't overlook how insane this was. I know she's the girl who wears her hospital bracelet for 2 weeks. That's what I'm saying. Like, she does extreme things for attention. And then the internet rewarded her for it. So the way I look at Huda right now, like where she is, she could definitely get help and change. But she's like a Krishan. She's like a Brittany Renner. I'm not putting my hopes and dreams into her change. Like I'm not. She doesn't have a good level of self-awareness to do it. Krishan doesn't, Brittany Renner doesn't. It's a level of self-awareness that you have to have in order for you to really want to change. And then this is very dangerous. I don't think people understand how abusive this is because her going and putting that on her face like that, I mean, like, she can really use that and weaponize that to make it seem like things got violent and it was intentional and he was abusing her when that was not the situation at all. But listen, these are the black men these are the women that black men choose. You playing with your life. You playing with your life. You playing with fire. Now you know Big Mama and them done told you to be careful with that. She done told you. I know your sister, your mom, all of them done told you. Which was why Chris was so shocked that his mom and sister responded in the way that they did because he assumed that they saw everything that was going on between the two of them. But you didn't have to wait for your mama and your sister to get there. You knew, you been knowing. Them dinner conversations been had. You was playing with fire dealing with her. Luckily for you, Chris, The cameras were there. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You lucky the cameras were there, because that could have went real bad, real quick. Let's see what else. I think that is it. Yep, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about, y'all. Let me know. Let me take at least 2 calls. I'll take 2 calls, but I cannot be on here long. Yeah, let me take 2 calls. Please try to keep it short, okay? Because I don't have long. But if you want to call in, call in. That's what I said. I was like, I wouldn't even be playing with myself like that. Spent all that money. Mm-mm. Try to keep it short if you can, please. Let's see. But I can only take 2 calls. Oh, did you all see this? Mm. I don't know. Okay, well, since I don't have any calls coming in, I guess I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what other shows you want me to react to. I think I'm gonna get into some reactions with shows. This was actually enjoyable, but don't be sending me the low vibrational content. I can't do it. I can't do it. My nervous system just does not respond well to it. But this, to me, was a healthy balance. Oh, hold on. We got a call.
Oh, wait, hold up. I'm online?
Yes, unapologetic. How are you?
It's me. Oh my God, Yanni. I am okay. I'm in the bathroom, but I want to say I love your reviews, boo. Like, amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm so
Thank
happy you
you.
watched the show. My sister introduced me to the show, and like, you know, ever since then I just been watching. But let me see, let me just see what I want to say. I loved Nick and I'm sorry, what?
Wait a minute. I have not seen you in a minute.
I know, girl. I know. It's been my life has changed crazy. Like when I tell you
Please,
crazy, I mean
but
what?
please tell me in a good way. Positively?
No, very positively. Like Yanni, I'm in a relationship that I never thought I would be in, and it's crazy. It's like day and night from what I told you that one story about on
Yes.
live.
Mm-hmm.
Way different,
No, I remember.
and
No, this
it's
wasn't on live. This was a mentor session. I
oh yeah,
remember.
but it was through a mentor session, but then
Yes.
the initial talk about it was like on live on Instagram,
Okay.
and
I
then you were like,
remember.
we have to get on a mentor session. I was like, yeah, we do.
So I'm glad things turned around for you. I'm so happy for you. That is good. That's good
Thank
to
you.
hear. That's good to hear.
Yes, girl. Yes, I attribute it to like your messaging and all that. Like is like especially your workshops. I feel like your workshops have really helped me with like clearing out the energy and like manifesting what I have today. So thank you again, Yanni.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So what did you want to add?
Yes. All right, so I loved Nick and Ola from day one. I really wanted them to be together. I'm so glad that that they got to where they got. I have a theory that if production would have actually shown what they showed, like, this finale, like maybe 2 or 3 episodes ago, Nick and Ola would have won. They would have won
Yes.
it. I'm
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they would have won it. But for some reason they were pushing to Maya and Brian, which at first I thought I would be okay with,
Me
which I
too. Me
am
too.
okay.
Me
I'm
too. I
okay.
yeah. I have the same mindset you have. I'm like, yeah.
It's like it's hard because like I like Amaya, but then Brian, he does have, like you said, he have that snake energy. Like if you look at his eyes
Mm.
and the way that he like smiles, it's something that when you look at his eyes, you could tell like something is missing, like
Yeah.
something is like not genuine from his part. But
Yeah.
on Amaya part, it's genuine, but she's just like so used. She's kind of like blinded, low key. Like
Mhm.
she's seeing what she wants to see and she's saying what she wants to say. It's weird, but I like Amaya. She has great energy.
She
She's
does.
very, very nice. But I'm glad she got. I wanted Nick and Ola to get the money, but it is what it is. They're together. They're gonna
Girl,
make
they
money
go girl,
together.
they gonna get the bag. You know the bag
It's coming. It's
it's
coming.
coming.
Let's see the brand deals. Let's see the
Right.
brand deals.
Right. I will be
Okay,
supporting. I will be
that
supporting.
part.
Right.
And I will too. I followed Ola on I think on Instagram. I didn't follow Nick yet, but we're gonna see. You know, I'm like it's like Beyonce and Jay-Z. I follow Beyonce, but like Jay-Z, you know, I get you
Mhm.
through I'll get you through the woman. But what else did I want to add? No, Huda is crazy. She's crazy. She needs better help. I hope she in the airport right now, downloading the app, you know,
Yeah.
getting something. What else? What else? What else? I think that's about it.
Did you
Iris and
have any?
Pepe,
Yeah, I'm like, did
yes.
you have anything to say about them?
No, they boring. Like every time they come on my screen, I gotta scroll through them because like, what's this? Like, I don't want to hear this. I want something
Right.
else. Shelly and
Now,
Ace,
I was
yes.
about to ask you, do you have any unpopular opinions?
Mm.
It can be even in a
Okay,
disagreement with me. Do you have any unpopular opinions?
let me see. I have to remember because like I feel like everything that has gone on now, everything has come to the end. All my
Uh-huh.
unpopular. Okay, no. Okay, my unpopular opinion. I mean, well, Huda, I know she's crazy and she is manipulative. At first, I didn't see it, but now, you know, after they edit the way that they did, I'm like, yeah, no, she's crazy. She was love bombing Jeremiah. Um, my unpopular opinion. Oh dang, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't think. See,
Hold on, wait a minute. We lost her. Hold on, come back. Oh, damn. I'm never gonna get a. I'm gonna just start asking y'all up front. Do you have an unpopular opinion? Let me come back. Let me come back. Tiff, are you there? Tiffany, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Do you have an unpopular opinion before you get into your opinion?
Um, so maybe I'm actually happy that Nick and O came in second place
Oh, okay.
because
Me
I
too.
feel like if they came in first place, it would have been more pressure. I
Ooh.
think that would have come along with it. And hate because for whatever reason, they have Nick and Olandria have people in shambles that they're even considering each other or whatever their relationship is. There's just like so much discord whenever it's a black woman who's dating out. It's almost
Mhm.
like people refuse to let black women have that option. And
Right.
so I feel like, it's better that they did end up getting second place. So that way that pressure is just kind of it's like an added layer of pressure that's just kind of removed because they already have so many eyes on them already, you know?
I love that. I love that point of view. And yes, I agree. And I want black women to take away to question why people are responding the way they're responding to you. Question why,
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
if you're not a big deal, then there's nothing to worry about. No one is worried about the small threat or it or no threats at all. You know, people put energy and focus on the big threats or the thing that they see is like their biggest competition. If you were small and you were non-threatening, no one would care. No one would pay you any mind or any attention at all. You got to start questioning like why people are responding to you in that way, especially in the arena of like dating, love, and all of that. Like there's a reason for that. Beauty, like calling Olandria manly looking is really insane. Like this woman is absolutely gorgeous. Like her face
Absolutely.
eats. And I'm just like, this is what the girls go to get in the injector's office. I'm just so confused. And then even when it comes to her body, we see where she got that from her mother. And so it's just like,
Exactly.
why are people downing the original thing? I'm just the natural thing in which people are trying to duplicate. I just
Right.
it does not make any sense to me. I don't get it.
I just feel like it's the reprogramming, right? Like, I feel like black women are starting to have a different level of mindset. And it's almost any time we start to realizing our worth or anything, the
Mhm.
world feels like they have to bring us back down.
Oh,
Like,
yep.
no, 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 don't think you're all that. No, don't think this or that about yourself. And it's like just like a reprogramming because even even other black women was so hard on Shelly and Olandria for nothing. Like
Yeah.
for literally nothing. For just
Yeah.
even them wanting to take a step back before they respond. Like, can
Mhm.
they not take a moment to themselves before they respond? I
Yeah.
don't understand it for the life of me. You know what I mean? And so it's just we always have some type of attack against us. Anybody else, I feel like most of the contestants were probably interracial dating, but the focus was on, you know, Olandria and Nick.
Yep. Yeah. Mhm. But
So, and
you
it's like,
also,
oh, he don't like
black women
her.
have to consider the history though too. Why that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, but it was everything is like she don't like him, he don't like her. I don't agree with that, but you could look at every single couple and say the same thing. Why is that only being pushed on them? You know what I mean? Like,
But girl,
but again,
it just brings back to a time where I'm pretty sure non-black women were told the same thing when we were slaves.
right, exactly,
And
exactly.
then probably beyond slavery, hell, the 1950s and 60s. Oh, and then it's crazy. Oh, I don't have to be worried about her the whole time. Her man is looking at the black woman the whole time, and that has been a thing. Like, this isn't new. If anything, reality
Mhm.
TV only highlights what has been so normal or so minor, like, because it's a form of gaslighting, right? Like, there's
Right,
a lot of gaslighting that comes with that, but this has always been an issue. That's why it's so
right.
tricky.
It's just exhausting, you know,
Yeah,
like it's very tiring, you
it
know, but
is.
I'm glad when like we're still kind of I feel like it's still not like taking us back to where they want us to be. Like
Mm.
you are seeing more women stand together and fight for her and like no, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's also beautiful to see as
yeah.
well. Um in addition, I wanted to kind of talk about as far as like Taylor, like he's going, you know, around doing like his I guess appearances, but
Mhm.
the way he's making it seem is like he told Nick the whole time that he could talk to Alandria because he expressed the interest.
Mhm.
But if you really listen to him, he really only gave him Nick the okay to talk to Alandria after he had Clark,
Right, right.
not
Not
before,
before.
right?
And
Like
he asked before. That's what I was told.
exactly,
He asked before. So,
exactly,
and listen,
exactly,
ladies, I'm bringing this to your attention because we saw this twice with Andrina,
right,
and then we saw it for a second time with Olandria when it comes to Nick. Please check when it comes to your dating life. Check that type of stuff is going on. And if you have a gut feeling about it, trust your gut feeling about that, because don't gaslight yourself. That type of stuff goes on all the time. And it can sabotage your dating experience as well, because it
right.
sabotaged Andrina. It
Mm-hmm.
sabotaged her really, really bad. So consider that too.
Right, exactly, exactly. So, and then I don't know if you the picture with Huda
Mhm.
on Nick, that last photo,
Oh yeah,
which
girl,
was
let me
like
bring it
very
up.
serious. So that was like a rather interesting. And then I don't know if you caught where Iris, when Olandria, she was getting ready for bed,
Mhm.
and then Iris like went and hugged up on Nick in her like sh- I don't know if it was like her underwear, her nightwear when no one was in the room. I don't know if you had peeped that.
No. I don't.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Rephrase that one more time.
So Iris, while Olandria, she was getting ready to go to bed, and like Nick was laying in the bed. I don't remember anyone else being in the room, and she went up to Nick as he was laying in the bed and was hugging up on him, talking about, "Oh, I'm happy that you're here." Like, ma'am. But and then if you see all these shots of her looking at Olandria and Nick anytime they're in some type of embrace, you could kind of see the jealousy, but then some people was also pointing out she was into him as well. You know, um, you want to note that's or O and I forget the other girl's name who was with Nick before, and just how their relationship was as far as
Sierra.
Iris.
Sierra. Was it Sierra or
Oh,
Bella?
yes, yeah, yes. As
Sierra.
far as
Okay.
their relationship go, but she was close with the other girl who was with Pepe before, and that was an issue for you to now be all up on Pepe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's
yeah,
crazy. It's something I think it's an attention thing. I don't even think she's attracted to these men physically or anything. I think
hmm
it's just she gets jealous of the attention that these women are getting, and so she wants that. And so she's like putting herself in these awkward positions, like in this three-way awkward position. And
right,
the only reason why I'm able to even explain it is because the experience I had on the 4th of July. And if a woman is out and she's not, a Huda rat is out and she's not getting enough attention, well, then she inserts herself because she's jealous of the attention that the guy is giving the other woman. And so they feel some type of way. But really, it's an insecurity thing. They feel like out of place because they don't feel comfortable within themselves while not getting attention. So
right,
it's not like me and you where it's like, oh, we're comfortable whether we get attention or not. But she feels like there's something in her that lacks if she's not
exactly.
constantly getting that attention. And so it really puts her in these awkward situations with people.
Right, exactly. And I just also want to mirror what you said earlier as far as the black women, who's been on this show the last two seasons. I mean, even previous seasons, they've really held their own in how the representation that they're putting out there, even though they try to put some type of stereotype on them any way possible, like just kind of seeing them, go against the grain and still just having like just a positive light for us. I will also say I'm glad that they that Clark stayed because she ended up turning out to be, I guess, kind of like better than what we thought versus Coco.
I
um
know. She's such a
you
disappointment.
know right, but I'm
I'm
like, okay,
so
y'all went.
because she had it made too, in my opinion. I mean, I know she didn't get the full experience, but I mean, she could have signed up for a different reality show. I mean, there were
Right,
opportunities for her still out there. And she kind of gives
absolutely,
me the mindset that there could only be one of us.
absolutely. And it's like, really, like, you was only in there for 2 seconds.
And then I don't respect black women that get around certain company and
Absolutely.
they not on code with us black women. I don't like that. I don't
Absolutely.
it disturbs my spirit. I don't like that. So I was just she really disappointed me. She really let me down. I really liked her on the show. I thought she was really
Right.
beautiful and I love how she carried herself as well on the show, but she really disappointed
Mhm.
me outside of the villa.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was like, a lot of people talking about how she, I guess, was throwing shade at Clark, and
Mhm.
everyone's like, "Girl, you was never gonna win that battle, boo boo." Like,
And then like she doesn't even understand that she was being used by those
exactly.
women because all she did was make them feel comfortable to speak negatively on black women. And that's girl, I gotta
Yes,
calm
that's
down.
not
Like, girl,
no.
like that's what you did. Like you literally inserted yourself and they took advantage and they got comfortable and they were able to speak disrespectfully towards Olandria and Clark. To be honest, you made them feel comfortable. I just,
Right,
ooh, girl.
right. Only for you to end up making yourself look bad in the end. On top of that, so it was an all across fail.
I had to
Like,
unfollow her. I cannot support the foolishness. I have to unfollow because you are a part of the problem. Like you are
right.
definitely a part of the problem. Now, if she come out and she apologized and she truly takes accountability, we can have a conversation then. But sis, I need you to see where you went wrong with that because that was just you made them feel comfortable to disrespect black women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're no
Yep,
different
absolutely.
than black men that do that. So
Absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you. And I know Ace and Ace mainly. I feel like he did get a lot of flack, but he to me, I really liked him. Like I know a lot of people didn't like
He
him,
grew
but
he grew
I
on
liked
me.
him.
He grew
Yes.
he really grew on me. And you know when he started to grow on me, how he responded when he was voted least favorite.
Yeah.
He could have easily gotten in his ego. He could have easily just crashed out and sabotaged. Because at first I was trying to determine, is he just ego driven? Is he just all ego, all ego? But I felt like he humbled himself and then he decided to move forward. And I think that like really broke the ice with him to want to just be his true self. Because before I felt like it was all like a game. Dora the Explorer. Dora, I'm all about exploring. And I'm like, okay, but we're not really getting to know you though. Like you're so focused
Right.
on exploring and doing this game on this island that we really didn't get to see like your personality. We have to go to your social media to really see your personality.
Right.
But we got a glimpse of it towards the end, and then we get a
I
lot of
agree.
it on your social media. So it was just really throwing people off. But he grew on me towards
I
the
agree.
he did.
And I feel like what happened with him too is he's definitely like a vocal person and he have a leadership, I feel like, spirit about him.
He
And so
does.
I feel like it's like where all the guys or most of the guys until areas maybe where it was warranted, they kind of did step back and let him take the reins on it. And it just kind of, I don't know if it maybe got to his head or whatever the case may be, but I think at that point is where it kind of started to tarnish like his image a little bit. But
Yeah.
you could clearly see where, he really, I feel like, have a good spirit about him, even in the end when him and Nick was talking. And sometimes you can get those glimpses where it seems like the other guys do seem to put him a little bit at a higher, I feel like, level than them, and he will bring it back down to like, no, we're equal.
Right.
So
And it's not about perfection. I feel like people expect perfection out of other people, probably because they expect perfection within themselves. What I appreciate are people who make adjustments. And
right.
Orlandria, she made her adjustments. Shelly made her adjustments. Um, Ace made his adjustments. It's like no one is really seeing the adjustments. And then Taylor, to me, didn't really make his adjustment, in my opinion, which is why I still have my ick when it comes to him. So I'm not for perfect people, but I do really respect people who make those adjustments because that's what matters to me more. It's not about being perfect because we're all human. We're here to learn different things at
Absolutely.
different times. But it's when people don't make those adjustments that I have an issue with. And that was my whole ick with Huda. It was just like, where are the adjustments? Where are they being made? I really didn't see it.
But the funny thing is, they're not able to see the adjustments that everyone else is making. But
Yeah.
apparently, Huda is making these adjustments that I just don't see. I'm like, are we watching the same thing? Because
Right.
I don't see it.
I, I didn't see any adjustments that she made. I saw, and to be fair, she wasn't the only one. Like I said, I mentioned Taylor. I didn't see any adjustments really made with him either, but her adjustments were just necessary, more necessary to me. I even saw Nick make adjustments. I saw how he
Right.
made adjustments as well. He slept with Sierra, and I think there's some regret there. And I feel like after his mom and sister had that conversation with him, I also feel like there's
Okay.
some embarrassment there. So that kind of like put him in check as far as how he pursued this connection with Orlandria. Like this is why I'm just like happy everything went in the way that it went because he had to make adjustments when it came to Orlandria. So I'm glad he went out and explored those connections. I'm glad that he slept with Sierra on the show because it put a
Right.
lot of things into perspective for him to move differently with her. So I just appreciate people that make adjustments. Like that's it. It ain't about being perfect.
Right. And I feel like with Taylor, they didn't really show everything. Like, so it's like, I feel
Yeah.
like we could see certain things that were going on, but even some of the stuff, it was like, well, why is Orlandria acting like that? But
Yeah.
then other people on the back end would be like, oh, yeah, they could see sparks or they could see this. But us watching on the TV, it's like, we don't see anything. Like,
At
why
all.
isn't she waking up? But
Yeah.
then now and speaking and the little things that's coming out, you can also
Yeah.
kind of see like, okay, you were being manipulative.
And it's
Everyone's
crazy
saying
because those moments were literally like seconds. That's part
right.
of the problem. And they did a lot of that this season. There was a lot of heavy editing where things were really kind of taken out of context, or you may miss it because it's literally 20 seconds to 10 seconds to 30 seconds where you could just miss it just like that. So I missed the whole conversation with Shelly and Huda before they came back to the villa from Casa Amor because it was a 20-second conversation. And I know in real time, that wasn't a 20-second conversation is insane. So
Right.
it was just a lot of heavy editing as well. So a lot of things kind of were overlooked as well because of that. So
And then I guess my last thing, because I know you have to go.
mhm,
So the last thing I also have wanted to point out is funny because in listening to it's funny how O and Nick just kept gravitating towards each other
mhm,
because of so many things that kept happening, right? And then from Taylor, he was saying that Nick approached him again to about approaching Olandria.
mhm.
Orlandra. You know what? Oh, I
Yeah.
think I'm butchering her name. But
Hola. I love that too.
so he went and asked him again after they had went to the speakeasy, and he went and asked Taylor. And it's funny because when him and when Nick and O was having the conversation, so he could see where her head was at, and then he's seeing that she clearly didn't want,
Yeah, I remember that.
to
In
kind of
Soul
do
Ties,
anything.
that was
In
so.
Soul Ties, like after the Soul Ties, Nick
Mhm,
had asked Taylor again about pursuing Olandria,
mhm.
and that means he was actually still interested. So when he went and speak with and he was like, "Oh yeah, I think we could just be friends," or whatever they decided to do. It was like, "But you just asked for permission." So
Yeah.
then they ended up, as far as not talking again, and then the stuff happened with Sierra. And I'm just like, it just y'all just kept coming right back. It was like,
Am I the only girl that just I want a man to step on toes about me? I do. I do.
absolutely.
I feel Nick is young and he's still trying to come into himself because he's 24. But I'm at that age where I want a man to step on other men's toes for me. You know what I'm saying? You assert
Right.
yourself. It says a lot about you. Like step on other men's toes when it comes to the girl that you want. Like don't be afraid to do that. And I
You
think
know,
men,
I
and I get it because men get nervous. They go through emotions and things that we as women go through, and he also probably was thinking, is she gonna be open if I were to step on
right.
toes? You know what I mean? So
Right.
it was a lot of that. But
And that's what I was gonna say. Is I feel like when it comes to Black women, I feel like other men are always a little bit hesitant because we are so pro Black most of the time, and it's like we don't really give a second look, right? So I feel like a lot of non-Black men are hesitant on their approach. But two, it's like when it comes to like this situation, you also have the viewers and the audience that's looking onto what's going on versus like if it was the real world, right? Like if you're stepping on toes and being aggressive and going after what you want, you don't have all those other layers of opinions versus when you're on screen, careful how you move, especially if it's a relationship as far as friendship or something else that you're trying to pursue or have. I feel like people try to be a little bit more strategic in how they move with those type of situations.
yeah, I agree, girl. I'm over here having issues with my system. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just like, why is my music playing? So I'm so sorry. But I
Oh no,
thank you
you're
for
fine.
coming. Thank you for coming up here and sharing. I don't know what's going on my end, but it's starting to act funny. So I think that's just my time to wrap things up because I am on limited time. So thank you for coming up
Yes,
here and sharing. I really enjoy your perspective.
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. Bye bye. See, it's doing it again. Are y'all hearing the music on your Did y'all hear the music playing in the back? Oh my God. I promise you, I'm not even making it up. Okay, let me go ahead and end it here, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's Monday. I enjoyed spending time with you all, and I will catch you in the next one. So y'all can't hear. Okay, good. You can't hear. Good. Okay. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day, and I will catch you in my next one. If I wasn't able to get to you, I'll try to get to you in the next one. Also, send me recommendations of other shows that you want my opinion on. I just don't want to watch. So I'll try to see if I can like find clips and things online.